The Bouncer.
Hello. Hello. Oh, test. Hi.
The Bouncer.
There it goes. I'm somewhere. I'm everywhere and nowhere. Mostly just right here. Thank you for the applause. Bella, thank you for the raid, by the way. How was Wheel of Fortune? Never heard of it. Actually, what flavor of Wheel of Fortuna was this? Was this a modern release? Was this an NES classic? Game over already? Oh no. I'm glad Reverb works. Because, there's a lot of stuff that's misbehaving today. Hang on. Ooh. Back off. No. I'm talking to you. You know, this is, I'm actually surprised something worked here in the Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Hey, not in the back of the head. I actually saw a post this morning on Blue Sky. Apparently, the company that maintains and handles everything with Leap Motion stuff, they've been bought up, and half of their personnel have already been let go. I think the Leap Motion and everything that involves the hand tracking with this flavor, I think it's going to be going the way of the dinosaur at some point soon. People say they already can't access parts of the website. Apparently, there's an alternative or two that this is kind of like the Leap Motion is kind of like the main go-to thing, apparently. But it sounds like there's alternatives out there, so they got bought by a competitor in a fire sale. Is that what happened? I don't know. It seems like it was convenient for the VTubing stuff, but I don't know how much sauce there was to what they were selling within the tech industry, you know? Oh well. There'll be other methods. Just I know that if something happens to the physical hardware I have here, or if Windows breaks the Leap Motion stuff, which we know that Windows never breaks softwares. But if that happens, then this is effectively done for a bit. But on the plus side, if and when I pick up an alternative, maybe I will get something that stops my hand from twitching so goddamn much. Happy Sunday for what it's worth. Hello, hi. You won't be able to clap Wario's? Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. We tried nothing and we're out of ideas. Isn't that just how it is? More of an ideas guy myself. They're usually shit ideas, but hey, 'tis what it is. How is everybody? You have a good weekend? I had a nice lazy Saturday. I needed a lazy Saturday. Ooh, Vicus. Howdy, dude. Howdy. What was he up to? Ace Attorney. Oh, are those the Edgeworth ones? They are. How are those actually? They are on my list of Ace Attorney adjacent games to play. Yeah, I saw the how much they raised for the pit crew thing. That's incredible. I knew they'd raise a fair amount. I didn't think they'd clear 50,000. Like, I remember when I popped in fairly early and they were at like 17K already, and I was like, oh my god. Hoy. How you doing, boss? Hope your Sunday's going well. Pacing is bad, but everything else is great. I thought I remembered we got the first one in the States, and it had like bad reviews or something. We never got the sequel until the PC remaster. Had expanded 3 times. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much they'd planned out, honestly, after the 25K mark. Less sick. Oh, good to hear. You didn't sound too sick on Wednesday, but maybe you were hiding it well, being sneaky and all that. We'd just gotten rolling a few seconds ago. I was in my early stages of rambling before the house stuff. Has to get the good ending in Super Uno? I didn't even know that Super Uno had endings, let alone good bad. Well, could be worse. Could be something related to Unlimited Saga again, right? that still Unlimited Saga still kind of remains one of those pure torture games as far as I'm concerned. And I love a Saga game, let me tell you. Comcast car was the bit of the weekend, though. Comcast car. Must have been something from the stream, I guess. I didn't really catch any of it, honestly. Let me see here. Let me see. I am double checking something here in my notes. Whenever Comcast happened, the car intro replayed. You mean like a disconnect or something? By the car. I never caught the car thing, so I'm not sure what you're describing. Must have been like an intro bumper thing or something. And Hyundai ads? Oh. Well, let me see here. I said I would get the... I said I'd get the PNG tuber thing set up again on the alternative software. I did not. Apparently, okay, so the PNG tuber thing that does the weird audio crackle stuff, the person who created that made their code open source like a year or two ago, and nobody really picked it up until recently, and somebody did. Like, I think at the end of last year, it seems, started working on it. So there is an alternative that should hopefully not have audio crackle, but I've actually got to re-rig things in it. And I'm dragging my feet. They set up a method that cut to the stream background animation if the streamer cut. Oh, I see. Comcast has a verb for 2 decades? What? Well, anyway. Let me see. So, before we get going, let me see. I'll bring it up a little bit later. Not sure Infidelity compared to Leap Motion. Haven't used either. It's kind of like the Leap Motion Fidelity isn't really the big thing. It was kind of like the main or the biggest game in town. I wasn't aware of any other things because any other software that talked about tracking, they'd say enable Leap Motion. So I wonder if it's kind of like a Xerox or a Google thing to where some things would work interchangeably with it, but that may be like a software by software thing. I'm not sure. I've got to figure it out, though. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things that I will probably cross that bridge eventually, but unless the little piece of hardware I've got here super overheats and cooks itself, I'll be fine. I say that and it already feels hot to the touch. You were supposed to be version 2.0. What the fuck is this? Oh well, the company went under anyway. Got him in the end, I guess. Shoulder shrug. Okay. So, I'll plug it a little bit later. We had Takako on here on Friday. That was a really goddamn good stream. The VOD is on here and on YouTube. If you've got time to kill and you need some background audio, I cannot recommend it enough. She's always a wonderful guest. And speaking of guests, next Sunday we will have Big Nose Bug on here. We've raided into her a couple of times. I've been trying to coordinate something with her for a bit, but our schedules have been kind of touch and go at times, which is usually how it goes. Okay, so that'll be next Sunday at this usual time. And I had a plan for the weekend after. The weekend after on Saturday. There isn't really a reason behind this. It's something I've kind of wanted to do for a bit. I might asked her finally if she wanted to be on, and little did I know you guys are already coordinating. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about reaching out to her again at some point. I asked her like a long time ago, but I think that was when like the Twitter DM spam was really hitting like hot full throttle. So I sent a message, didn't hear back, and I was like, well, I don't know if it's because she's not interested. It could also be because there's so many porn bots on here. So I was like, I'll just ask them again later, you know, and I just kind of drag my feet. Snackaudio.com. Okay, I'll make note of it. Like I said, that's not really something I need to deal with right now. It's just kind of like I wasn't really thinking of that sort of hardware manufacturer for this tracking going under, because everything else is kind of like just whatever, like an iPhone is being used for the facial tracking and stuff like that. The software is maintained by Denshi, and even if for some reason that blinked out of existence, the current version works fine. I've got my phone in like effectively just stasis. Yeah. It won't kill things. I know there's a whole bunch of other streamers that like that'd be massive if that breaks on them. But for me, it's kind of like, ow, beans. Oh well. So not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, I am thinking of playing a miserable game across the course of the day. I've looked at how long to beat. It is doable. Even with my poor gamer stamina. I am probably going to play through the entirety of Ride to Hell Retribution. I don't really know why I'm floating this idea, but it's something that's been in my head for a bit, and I feel like people on Twitch proper haven't been exposed to it. Like there are times that a game will come up and it'll be something that people will be streaming or talking about as a suffering game for a while. And I find myself saying, I don't know if these people are aware of Ride to Hell Retribution. So I think I will be trying that. I don't actually know much beyond watching the first few hours, other than it's trash. And I also may have to make a text overlay saying, no, they're doing dance moves. They have clothes on. Don't ban me. It was supposed to get DLC. I looked it up because I was like, where can you buy this? I don't think it's on Steam anymore. I think it's technically abandonware. Like, I've done Google searches. It is listed on abandonware, but I'm just like, well, is this just because it's not being enforced? So I'm kind of like, well, I'm just sort of like, well, what should I do about that? What should I do about that? Like, I can stream it, but is it going to be something to where I've gonna kind of be like, wink, wink, you know? That takes me back. It came out in 2013. Hey, it's almost retro. I'll probably put it in the retro category just for the hell. Root from Steam because it caused blue screens of death? Really? Oh my god. Interesting. If it causes blue screens of death, should I just emulate it as a 360 game? Or as a PS3 game? Like, I've basically got 2 weeks to mesh this out. Interesting. Let me think. What would be the optimal way to approach this, I wonder? Probably more stable on emulation. I've emulated a bit of 360 and a bit of PS3. Isn't one of them a lot more stable than the other? Or in a VM, possibly? You mean just like run a Windows 7 VM or something like that? You can emulate the 360 version, so it'd probably be the 360 one to emulate rather than PS3. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. I'll figure it out. I kind of mentioned this in advance because I want to mesh out or hash out some of the details. Also, I didn't want to do this the day before having Big Nose Bug on here. I don't want to, because I feel like the Zillow the day after, I will be not half-assing it, but I am sure that I will be a little mentally cooked. And I don't want to do that if I've got a guest coming on. I want to be firing on all cylinders. RPCS3 is incredibly stable now. I briefly tried out Nier on that out of curiosity, like in 2021 or so. It worked pretty well. That was like my first time trying out emulation of that whole generation of consoles. I'm afraid of what it would be, but I don't think I want to look back. You mean looking back at you mean specifically looking back at the memories of Ride to Hell? It's one of those things. People talk about garbage games, and there's like discussion of like, I feel like predominantly on Twitch, a lot of people say, oh yeah, Sonic 06 or Y2K or Yick or whatever. And I'm like, what about Ride to Hell Retribution? I don't even know what's on the radar for a lot of people. Oh, that game? Oh, yeah, that game. But for folks who don't know, it has a number of... It has a number of infamous rough spots. There's also what's implied to be sex scenes, but the characters are fully clothed, and it just looks like really weird models grinding on each other. It is awkward and hilarious. I'm tired about hearing about Yick. Yeah, I am too. It's like, I get it. I get it. It's funny. I do like the notion that the devs circled back and tried to patch up a whole bunch of stuff. I glimpsed in and it seemed still rough. And I was like, well, whatever. There's so many dudes you kill. I think I remember the kick, or like a lunge kick, being busted as hell. So that's probably what I'm going to be rolling with. Because outside of that, I just remembered the intro plot. Like, your buddy is... your younger brother or equivalent of younger brother is killed, and you just go on a revenge streak. And that's about it, you know? That was our first to an IRL tragedy. Right, that whole thing with like the girl in the elevator, I believe, specifically. Very strange, very strange. But the thing that really got me was around when the remaster came out, I saw the intro. I've seen like the intro 2 or 3 times just peeking in on somebody's stream. I remember vaguely how it went pre-patch, and then after patch, it's like strangely fan servicey. And I remember seeing that, and I was just like, why? It's a strange decision for that sort of a game, you know? It's not a knock against fan service. It was just kind of like, given what the game had going was like a meta-narrative that kicks in later, it was such a strange decision to me, you know? But whatever. It's kind of what folks have mentioned. There's such a fatigue on that. I feel like the fatigue that is hit on that is about the same as Sonic 06 at its peak of getting on people's radars. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, part of that whole notoriety is why I will never play 06. Also because I feel like everything I've heard about it, that game is like 10 times too long. And I was running on fumes in Sonic Adventure 2 of all things. So, oh well. Ahem. That's the once over though. That's about all we got going on. So yeah, next Sunday will be the same Zillow time. That'll be with Big Nose Bug. I don't have any plans for this immediate Friday and Saturday. I'll figure something out. You play a good Sonic instead. Honestly, Petty, it's something I've mentioned in the past. I just can't click with Sonic. I was thinking maybe after playing Adventure, which a lot of folks hold up as the best, I was like, maybe something will click. And it never really did. It's not like it's trash. It's just that I'm just sitting there kind of like, I don't really get it. You know? I absolutely respect it. But I'm just like, am I the problem here? Is a bit tedious and long-winded. Yeah. Sonic Spinball. Was that the one on Sega CD? Mania, basically the best hits collection. I don't know. I feel like I'm still not in the hedgehogging mood. You know what I mean? So let me see here. Can't like everything. Boy howdy. Boy howdy. Okay. Let me see now. Let me see. I was going to do a bit with the puppets, but I couldn't get the tracking. Or not the tracking. I couldn't quite get the blend shape tomfoolery to work. I remember when I first got the 3D model, I did some stuff to really screw up the scale on certain parts. I wanted to give him yaoi hands, but I couldn't figure out how I did that scaling way back in the day. So I was just like, you know what? I don't need this bit. I'm funny enough. Right? Of course I am. Absolutely. Yes. Of course. But is Wario okay? Wario's always okay. Hang on. I can't think. No. What's this? Interesting. Big hand mode. All right. So let me pull these up. Okay. Sonic 06 broke 3 of Slowbeef's PS3s. Oof. Man. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Excellent. All right. Get this about right. All right. Excellent. And let me... Where is the button? Bingo. Okay. And there we go. Like the crust? Yes. It's got a good Maillard. So what do we got here? Stairs in that garage. You call this a garage? No moss. This is, do we have a duplex situation? Front door 1, front door 2, front door 3? Storage shed? Interesting. Those are public bathrooms. Are they? Okay, well, let me see. Stairs are fucked. They are slightly miscolored, I would say. This is Jefferson, Louisiana right here. We're not Nebraska, unfortunately. Ooh. I see the fondant has spread inside the home. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Well, somebody thought this was an attractive idea. Ooh. Actually, that is... Actually looking a little thin on the walls. Oh. The texture. I am curious about the thickness of the walls in this entire place. Someone was definitely shot here. Shot in a movie, right? You mean they shot a scene, right? Right? The thickness of this wall is sticking out to me. This could just be because it was a patch job interstitial wall, but I actually wonder if all of the walls are this thin. Like, even if the wall to the exterior is this thin, you know? Keypad to get out? Yes. Once you get inside, you don't get out. Is that house a skeleton? It's got some stuff. It's not too skeletonized. Ooh. Okay. This could be the fisheye lens. No, that's not. That's not fisheye. That's how skinny these doors really are. Oh boy. It's not an ideal measuring stick, but I looked up at my fan blade and I'm like, my fan blade is probably in the ballpark of this long, maybe. And I just look at this and I look at my door to my office and I'm like, okay. This probably isn't too distorted, you know? Could be a Nordic-style barn door. Nordic? I have their pans. I don't have their doors. No, they haven't moved out quite yet. Is that a Michael? I think that's a Michael over here. Can't quite read it, but I'll do a Michaels for that. It's a little too crunched up. Okay. Ooh, even the... Oh, God. Ooh, look at the dire paint on the cabinetry. What the hell happened here? I'm going to zoom in on this. What is... Like... What happened here? Water damage? I suppose so. Bubbling and coming off. That's probably the best bet. Yeah, I figured somebody would have flaked at this. That's water damage. I'll probably do visible damage. Let's keep our eyes out. The ravages of time. An omnipresent foe. Okay. White beige, everything but the black fridge. Yes. contrast. It's lovely, right? Okay. Also on the Twitch side, in case you're curious, I'm also talking with YouTube. There's not a way I can get the widget to overlay both chats. So if you hear me say something you don't see who I'm responding to, I'm just talking to the YouTube folk. Let me see here. Ooh, the hallway though with the lighting. Ooh. Oh man, where to start? Oh my god. So, wow. The glossy lighting, the flooring is... Good God, look at that. Look at that flooring. Jesus. Ooh. That's very pretty. I feel like, on first blush, I'm like, oh, what a bright visual spectacle. Then you sit there and you pull apart everything. You're like, oh, actually, wait, no. Oh my God. Gosh, this really tickles me right here. They just got this, they have this, this plywood of sorts, or laminate. They just have molded over this texture right here, like this transition. Good God. Ooh. Yummy speed bump. It's okay to have them both visible, streamers. I don't know how much it's just them being not big enough not to care. There are a couple of tools, Ramaji, that I could use to overlay them both, but they aren't good. And the stuff I use for the Twitch side is like a custom chat widget, and that dev strictly did the work for a Twitch side client. I would love to have like a 2-in-1 thing, because honestly, they bluffed about, oh, we don't want you to have both chats on stream, but they've never followed up on that. It's a bullshit claim. 2 separate chats. It gets kind of cluttery. I saw somebody do that, and I'm just kind of like not a fan how it appears, you know what I mean? I would love to have something that merges them together, honestly. There is one that is like, there is one that merges them together. Like, I use something in OBS that splits off, I'm going to go ahead and just mark this off, whatever. I do something in OBS that custom splits off the feeds to both YouTube and Twitch. There is a website called Multistream or something, or Sidestream. I forget what the heck it's called, but it is effectively a paid service. Number one, I don't want to pay them, but also they have a tool that merges the chats in a way that part of it I like, part of it I don't. One of the things I like is there's an icon that has YouTube and an icon that has Twitch. It's very subtle, and you can look at it on stream and see what it is, and it puts in one feed, but otherwise the feed kind of looks dull. You know what I mean? Little things like that. Anyway, I've redeemed the number 2. Yeah, I feel like this is buying the entire place, but I feel like this has to be like a duplex situation. Ooh, they cut into the trim for this one, huh? Wow. Good God. Talk about dire, y'all. I kind of like how they tried to paint the black pipe to blend in with this darker wood. Interesting. Change the light pattern on the bingos again. Change the light pattern on the bingos again. It should only flash once. There hasn't been another update. Yeah, the wall texture, in addition to it being glossy in some areas, I think it's just the same glossy entirely. It's just not as clear over here, you know? They shouldn't have changed it again, Ego. I got that. They pushed that one change and there was a change log. It should just be, it's more subtle now. Yeah. That was the one we were that was the one that we brought up to them in the Discord. And they put in the change pretty fast, but it took Twitch forever to approve the change and push it. So we were kind of waiting on that one for like almost a month, I think. Well, this doesn't have quite the same wall texture. Oh, this is the ground floor. Oh. Is that the stairs? This place seems larger on the inside than it should be, you know? How much did the rent go up because the landlord did this to the floors and walls? I don't know. I mean, honestly, God. From how thin the walls are, this has got to be some of... There has to be some incredibly cheap apartment living. Wow. Ooh, boy. No trespassing? Uh-huh. Let me do visible damage. There's a number of places in there that was kind of like, I don't like that. So there's an apartment building? Absolutely. So the entire place is 700,000. 18 baths. So presumably 18 units, maybe? Or maybe a little less? Built in the 1930s to houses people building the Huey P. Long Bridge. Come take advantage of this cash cow! The cash cow, huh? Okay. Huh. All right. Let me see here. 90 years, and it looks so rough. It's been a rough 90 years. Hell, it's probably been a rough decade since the last flip this has had. Oh, man. Oh, man. No baths. Well, it says there's... Oh, 18 beds. Actually, we didn't see any bathrooms. I mean, it definitely has at least... It has to have... You saw one? Huh. Interesting. Curious. We'll see. Ooh, Doc Smasher
just subscribed for 22
Going back
months.
for 22.
Buying this house would make you into one of the worst kinds of people, a landlord.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Boy, thank you for the 22. Ooh, extreme wind factor. Let me see. Where's Jefferson, Louisiana exactly? I don't know. Oh, I see. Southeast of Baton Rouge. Well. Actually. Said 18 full bathrooms just above. Did it say bathrooms specifically? It said 18 bed. Okay. They're claiming there's 18. Oh, it's a suburb of Nolens? Okay. Only 5 out of 10 flood factor? That does seem a bit incorrect to me, honestly. Maybe these statistics have like a harsh cutoff outside of like, I don't know. Actually, no, it's flooded fairly recently. It's got to have, right? I know Katrina was a hot minute ago, but still. Oh boy. Okay. I actually kind of wonder. If... Actually... I'm really concerned about the water damage on this place because... Well, that's probably getting into things too much. I was just thinking about the cold snap we had this last winter and how Louisiana in particular got absolutely demolished by all that freezing. And I was just like, I was wondering, older house, if it had like a bunch of blown pipes and they just wanted to, wash their hands of it at this point. But who knows? It could have had like PEX tubing or something put in at some point. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, it's probably just old neglected. Street view, it looks like the front steps were repainted from 2022-2023. It's funny because the paint jobs seem to be only on one side of it. It almost looked like somebody spilled a bucket of paint. There's still abandoned buildings condemned by Katrina. Oh yeah, absolutely. So let me see here. Exterior. Is this a gray? Well, the front yard and the flower bed's a little crispy. Ooh. We going medieval? The awning is a little nibbled as well. I gotta say, the shading and lighting is kind of making this place look a lot spookier. Ooh, and we have a pool. Excellent. Ooh. Watch the step up there, actually. I wonder what sort of shape the lumber is on those levels, actually. Actual medieval pool. I like the aesthetic they're leaning into for this. It's very distinctive. The interior, though. Ooh. All right. Well, we have a spiral staircase. Yep. And also a widow's walk. I'm actually not familiar with that. Is that like a specific style of like rooftop balcony situation? Widow's walk. Or roof walk, a railed rooftop platform. Ooh. An inner cupola / turret frequently found in 19th century, etc., etc. Ooh. I see. Well, what do we got in here? Very intriguing. Is it Castlevania turning on Rise We Get Inside? Is this Castlevania? Daisuke Ishwatari White Requiem. It sounds like... I don't think it is. I feel like I've heard enough of the Dracula or Castlevania soundtracks to spot them. I don't think this is. Maybe I'm wrong. It'd fit in with it. Ooh. So, I believe this is a wallpaper back here. Daisuke is Guilty Gear. There's multiple Daisukes. This is Daisuke Ishwatari White Requiem. Is that like his last name? I don't know. I was thinking that was the composer, not the character name. Ishwatari is Guilty Gear. But is Daisuke Ishwatari Guilty Gear? The intersection of the two. This is a BlazBlue? These all run together for me. Ooh, carpeted kitchen? Is that carpet? Yeah. Oh man. The lighting. I do love me a spookily lit house listing. The, I can handle it myself variety of photography for houses. Okay, that's carp. These pictures from the 70s too. It does lack the sepia. Those are Pizza Hut lights I feel over there. We can't see them too well, but I think that fits the criteria. So I'll go ahead and I'll do pizza. There we go. Yep. That's not a mirror, that's a pass-through. Yeah, that's a pass-through right there. We're not seeing the lights reflected, because they look low enough to have been reflected. That's a mirror. That's interesting, though. I like the shape. So this is where the fridge lived. Okay. Oh, wow. The natural light from here. That looks lovely. All right. You know, in its heyday, with decent lighting on the photography, I'm sure this would have looked fantastic. But right now, it's kind of like, redo all the floors, but it's nice. Yeah, the carpets, I am suspicious of these carpets. Oh, well, there's something with the ceiling there. Yeah. A little bit of the frosting is coming off on the ceiling here. Maybe a sign of some water damage. Maybe. Goodness. This has got to be a mid-70s thing, right? Like this really bad shade of yellow, specifically on carpeted stairs. I'm thinking mid-70s for this place. Oh, I can't handle verb. No, I just need instruments. I'm sorry. I should go through and clear out this compilation at some point, but it's just thousands of songs. Yeah. Here's the part where we saw the visible damage here. Fireplace. Okay. Harvest gold. Ooh. That metallic, glossy wallpaper. Very much of a time, eh? These are probably like winterized notes and things like that. Okay. You know, I gotta say, this trim is interesting. There's like some scalloping going on here that's kind of eye-catching. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Little archway on the door here. Is the door curved as well? I think it is. Got a bit of a concave shape here, I think. Huh. Big apple fireplace. An interesting choice on the colors. Gotta say. All right. So this is next to that bathroom. Okay, okay. Huh. The scalloping's even up here on these beams. All right. They didn't even really vacuum this. That's always kind of strange to me when there's a house listing like this where they clearly didn't vacuum. Like, I'm not saying, hey, come through here and shampoo all the carpets, but it's like vacuuming would be so fast, and it'd make this look a lot more. I mean, it would elevate it a little bit, right? Curving on the door might be the focal length shenanigans. Possibly, that might be it. Yeah. Okay, okay. Repeat photo. Repeat photo. Ooh, garage. This garage has seen some work. All right, all right. Yard. Oh. That's a cryptid. That's definitely a cryptid. Filthy beast. There we go. Oh, are we already done with the interior? Ooh. There's a front. Oh, interesting. So wait, no, this is public though. This is not yours, I don't believe. Because there's a fire hydrant right here. And there's this double gate situation. Huh. Interesting. What's down here though? Is this on the property? It looks like these cement pavers come down to a bit of a flat area here. Maybe this is on the property. Oh. Very nice. Huh. Is this looping around the beginning? Yes. Your own private fire hydrant. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Kay's Castle. Legendary estate awaiting its next chapter. 75. Ooh, boy. I was calling 75 to be safe. There we go. Visionary owner of Kay's Restaurant. What's Kay's Restaurant? Signature K gunite pool. Potential for 1 to 2 additional buildable lots. Wow. Signature details include stone fireplaces, decks, cedar shingled siding, heated garage, and a cool deck patio. Once a gathering place for our eyes, most notable figures. Interesting. Rhode Island, I guess? All right, let me see here. Yeah, Rhode Island. So let me see. Wow, interesting. Rocky Horror came out in 75, seems appropriate. Name drop, there we go. All right, let me see. Who did I have next year? What were you? What were you? What were you? Oh. Relatively innocuous. Maybe I'll save you for later. What were you? Aw. A lot of photos. Are you one that I need to pause the bingo for? I might just save this for a midweek point redeem. What is the bit here? It is interesting. A little long. Oh. Okay. Bingo is paused. I will do a meme square redeem right now, though. Let me do. There. You get a freebie. Bingo is paused. Because, hey, unhand me. Hang on. Let me see here. Because this has a lot of photos, but there's something here I want to show you in particular. So, let's see. Very fancy. Very nice. Where is this? Tannersville, New York. Deer. Yeah. Okay. Very nice views. Out in the middle of nowheres, I guess? Probably got something really fucked up in it. No. Impossible. Now, let me see here. just moving briskly through this listing. This must be some old-timey stuff from a site that used to be here, maybe? Huh, interesting. X-Paid, Glass, Mod Atoms. Anyway. This might be one of the things where I believe the description would give us more info. Thank you for the follow, Abigail260326. Good time zone. Oh, actually. Huh. That's interesting. Look at these lamps, actually. They're just entirely encased in that glass. That's interesting. I like that. Huh. I mean, it's kind of also makes me think, oh god, this is like a Final Destination situation. Very sharp look. So, specifically what I'm looking for is a little ways into here. The rare centered fireplace. Ooh. Big gathering area. This is extremely an entertainer's home, if I ever done seen one. Very nice. Still got a lot of the decorative cups and dishware and stuff seated around. So let's see. Ooh, interesting. Obit for the guy who owned the last house. Did they pass recently? Let me see here. No, past 2018. Maybe he was sitting with a relative for a while. Let me see. A little bit of a murder mystery vibe, I agree. Fancy kitchen, sure. We got some kid drawings over here. Could I get a better look at this? Ooh. I kind of want to see more of this. I want to know what's going on. Oh well, maybe not. It's a little more decipherable than a themes. Let me see here. Okay. Speeding through the otherwise interesting house. What's the catch? Why would I have a catch? Maybe I just want to show you a nice house and pause the bingo for no inexplicable reason. Okay. The penny to drop. It's a shitload of pennies. This place is like 3.5 million. Ooh, gamer lights. This is actually a little bit of an ominous lighting setup. I'm just thinking of how this looks in like a dark situation. All right. Bathroom. Yep. Got your boob light on lifts, so to speak. Sure. Okay. Okay. So where is the unusual thing in this home? Why would I have paused bingo? Why would I have redeemed a meme soiree? Okay, this feels like it's a recipe for a mess. Usually you could have like usually you have like a tension rod situation, but this has like an arc to it. Yeah, it's gonna get everywhere. It's gonna be a mess. Well, not my home, not my problem. Okay. 70 photos in. We've got 97 total. All right. Waiting for the fuzzy sex attic. Why would there be a fuzzy sex attic? Okay, maybe there might be some Pilates. Every time I see one of these in the wild, I need to show y'all a picture. These things are out there. They're extremely expensive. But man, look at the attachments on this sucker. Wow, you got this one here, you got this one here, you got this here. You have they actually have an attachment inside this one that looks like an old-timey rower of sorts. You can get a lot of lateral movement going on there for your Pilates. Usually, we see configuration that has a fixed bench. It's a suspension workout. Rower. Oh my god. They have the old TRX band. Okay. I have this. I actually don't know what this is. I've seen in a couple houses, it doesn't click. I'm looking at it with my head like if I were approaching this and out of the blue, and I'm like, what is the purpose of this? I see what this looks to be an actual rower on the right. On the left, could be something. Shoe shine bench, leg workout, cuck exercise machine. I'm used to seeing stuff that you like slap some weights onto or maybe use for some more in vogue exercises. I'm looking at this and I'm like curious about what the exact implementation is for this. Okay. And then you come to, oh, an old cashier checkout. Look at that. For someone very disabled? Possibly. I was trying to think of like some specific body weight stuff you could use with this, but nothing's popping out to me immediately. Yeah, this is the entryway to their little not exercise, theater room. Okay. Theatre Doom? No, theater room. In a twist, it actually is Pilates. Which part? Oh, the chair itself is a Wanda chair. Huh. Interesting. So that's how you're supposed to use it? Okay. Huh. Strange. Okay. Huh. Real Pilates on this channel? I'm looking at the exercises they have in here. In my brain, I'm just like, you don't have to pay $1,500 for this thing. A lot of these are things you could do very easily on your own. Well, whatever. Okay. Someone's got ass all over these towels, I gotta say. Did you know the inventor of Pilates is named Joe Pilates? Actually, yes. They call him Pilates Joe. Sounds like cock and balls on the towels. No, it's just ass. Just ass everywhere. All over the place. Be sure to wipe your ass. Okay, let me see. I think the pun button is still broken, is it? It is. I've got to do that login at some point. Okay. Do this the old-fashioned way. Okay. But I did the meme square redeem in advance because as many photos as it is, and in spite of how much... Actually, wait, there's a 3D tour. Hang on. I want to see this thing in person. And that's never going to happen. But if I could see it in the 3D tour aspect, that may be a part of it. But I'm... Whoop. Where'd it go? There it is. Hang on. Is this it? That looks like a bedroom. Hang on, y'all. That's a desk. Let me do floor 3. Okay, WASD. I kind of want to see this if I can. Because there was a window situation, so it should be on the exterior, yeah? Ground floor, you're thinking? Let's give that a look. Well, this is 2? Oh, because it's got a cathedral ceiling situation. I guess it's mixing in. Most of this seems to be the entertainment space. Ooh. I know you're around here. This is important. We don't get these too often. That's the kitchen. It's a bedroom. Down here, maybe? That's the entryway. Hang on. Right below kitchen. Okay, here we go. Okay. Interesting. We've never had a 3D tour with one of these. So it's kind of like... It's like we're trying to follow a beast that we never catch, and yet we finally find the carcass of one, and it's like, okay, it's not alive, but we should get a close-up of this, understand what we're after. Elena Pilates. Oh, they personalized it. This is just for Elena's Pilates. They got balls? They got Pilates balls? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Curious. Curious. Literal Pilates chair. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. We've armed ourselves with knowledge. Let me see here. 3.5 million, roughly. Elena Pilates. Cadillac's trapeze for Pilates. Yeah, this seems to be... We've seen this model utilized... like, I came across this on Google. This is the first time I think we've had a proper name brand. I think there's like a couple of people who create larger rigs like this. But yeah, the price is definitely something I'm aware of, like 5,000 to 6,000. Yeah. Let me see here. Maud Adams. Huh. Interesting. Maud? Of course, it's somebody named Maud. Of course it's going to be somebody who was born in the 19th century. Wow. Well, she passed in 53. Wow, she was in this place a long time ago. Huh. Quarter of 31 acres. When was this built again? 1903. Huh. Curious. Okay. Could also be... Oh, of course they'd have an IMDb page, I figure. When were they active? I'm curious. They passed in 53. Oh, this is... Oh, it could be, you're saying. Well, if we go by the spelling, this has a mod with an E. Famous actress, you hear echoes of time gone by. Actually, well, Maud Adams from Bond was born 45. Well, she might not have been the first one to live there. Let me see. The old-time Maud Adams. Where was she located physically? Because this is New York. She seems to be a New York native of sorts, so it could have been the one from the 19th century, maybe. What about the one who is in Bond stuff? Let me see here. Snugglefish. Thank you for the 11 months and the Prime.
Snugglefish_ just subscribed for 11
Hang on a
months.
second.
Thank you for Duck, my beloved.
You're welcome. And Arp, welcome in. How did Dead by Daylight go? I know it's Dead by Daylight this time. I can keep my games straight, of course. I would never mix it up with the zombie game. How'd you do? Died in 80 at her summer home, Chatham Hill, Tannersville. Oh, Tannersville. Cemetery Sisters of Senecal, Lake Ronkonkoma. Interesting. Did surprisingly well. Excellent, excellent. Were you killer or were you a survivor person? I know there's some folks who like prefer maining one over the other usually. Let me see. Partner was Louise Boynton. Much prefer killer for some reason. I see, I see. It's the fear. You feed off of the fear of the people running from you. Let me see. Yeah, that's the thing that kind of gets me in some of those games, is if you team up with randos and something doesn't go right, you kind of get brainworms over things, you know what I mean? It's part of why I kind of opt out of multiplayer games these days, frankly. Let me see, let me see. Oh, we already did a name drop, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm casing... Let me see. We got 50 minutes till the midway break. I think there was another one I wanted to pause bingo for at some point, but I may save that for another time. Actually, there is a house I want to show y'all here. Yeah, since bingo is paused... let me do something here. Since bingo is paused, and I don't have an ulterior motive here... Actually, let me go ahead and do this here. I don't think this is repurposed. It's just that this one was super interesting, and I wanted to show y'all at some point. Alphonse Mucha painted her. I'm not familiar with the artist. Oh, wow, that looks incredible. Oh my god. Face spotted. That's an incredible painting. I've never heard of this artist, but I'm actually immediately enthralled by their style. Wow. Hang on. I'm gonna make note of this. Wow. That is super interesting. Okay. Let me see here. Face spotted. Probably seen a Mucha before. Let me do... I was going to do a random, but let's go ahead and do a face right here. This... I don't believe this has anything weird or quirky in here. But it's kind of like... I was kind of dragging my feet on this. I've had it in my back pocket for a few weeks. And I kind of want to show you all this. Largely just something we come to at the very end of it, all right? Congrats on the bingo, by the way. So, the overall house itself, it has this very old, the carpentry is very nice. It's got this older joinery style from just actual wooden beam construction. The walls already are kind of indicating at how old this place is. Spoilers, this is an old house. So with that in mind, just kind of keep an eye on like how it's decorated and maintained, and just tuck that away in your heads. Mini split of some sort. Yeah, this was built before the advent of air conditioning. Yeah, this is... They modernized it in places. It's not perfect. Like, I don't know what's going on here exactly. They should have tacked down something as a transition here. Yeah, I love seeing in older houses, like, honestly, older barns in particular. I love looking at those and looking at the joinery they have on the wood. I don't know if we get a good look at it here. But it's super interesting to see like all these old tenons dovetailing and stuff like that on big beams like this. It's always super neat to me. But anyway, that's a minor thing. That has nothing really to do with what's going on here, other than I just like seeing this stuff, you know? Is that a gaming PC? I don't think... Was there a PC I missed? I don't see a PC per se. I actually don't even know... I actually don't even know what the heck this is. Okay. Josh, thank you for the 30. My goodness.
Joshmon is just
How you doing?
subscribed for 30 months. I've noticed a lot of houses like this have a weirdly massive, oddly shaped wells behind the main couch.
Do they? Where is actually... Let me see here. Let me actually scrub through this. Kitchen is kind of... it's got a nice island, etc. Is that hi-fi audio gear? Honestly, relatively modest kitchen sink, I gotta say. But okay. Hang up some of their pots and pans in here. Ooh. That armoire is actually really interesting. Huh. The handles on that look very nice, actually. Okay, so, whoops. Shot 1, I think it just zooms in. Shot 2, yeah. Okay, bingo's still paused, by the way, just because I want to get through this one so I can finally remove it from my list. Wow. Look at them knobs. Das old shit. Whoa. Basin sink. Ugh. It's got the Pringle shape, too. Oh, thank you for the Dutch angle. This is probably more than a 20 degree lean, but thank you, I appreciate it. And then pool table, sure. Attic access. Okay. Oh yeah! The band's back together. Okay, these foam tiles, they ain't doing shit. They ain't doing nothing in here. What are you doing with these? I've said it once, I'll say it again. I love the desperation when you come across some place where they just slap up a couple tiles and they're just like, yep, that's it. Okay. Well, oh, an old baby crib. Well, not old, I guess. Just not in use. This isn't actually old, it seems. Okay. They had an idea, realized how much they'd need to give up. They just went on Amazon and got, you know, the six-pack they try to sell. Interesting. Ooh. Very interesting. So, as we're getting to the end of this, no Pilates stuff, regrettably. Yeah, big bathroom, actually. This is nearing the top floor, judging by the roof line, I gotta say. Okay. Okay. So those... Ooh. Itty-bitty little window. Carpenter's marks visible on posts, beams throughout house. Look at that. That's amazing. So, that's all for... Ooh. Okay, well, this is an extension. It's fine. This isn't part of the old house. There is a little bit of a soak that needs to get addressed here, honestly. So, the reason I have this guy in here, this house was built in 1765, which I believe makes this the oldest American house we've had on here. Yeah. 1765. History is calling in Boyertown. Boytown? Boytown's calling? Wow. Anything interesting aside from the sheer age of this place? Like, holy shit. Features. Catholic ceilings, fireplace, and sous vide bath. Interesting. Drive past there from time to time. You know where this is. Oh, interesting. Furnace was new 2019. Wall pressure pump in 2024. Locals love historical Boyertown area with its small town feel, local farm stands, yada yada. Just wanted to tuck this guy aside because, oh my god, it's apparently a converted barn. I was wondering about that, specifically seeing like the wooden joinery inside here and how open it is. Because I feel like if this was an older house, my brain would associate it with having a lot more partition walls, so to speak, because old houses used to have much smaller rooms. Like this whole massive open thoroughfare here was like not really a thing. Oh, there's a carpenter workbench over here. I didn't even see that. It's even got a vise. Wow. I didn't see that in the background earlier. That's super cool. Transform barn into a dream home. That's one of the more sketch, silly suburbs. Everyone has their vices. This is true. Got your wagon vice, your tail vice, etc. Okay. Bingo is unpaused yet again. Now, question is, which of these should I go to next? There is feeling solid in the 70s on that guy. Yeah. We got this guy here. Maybe. I think this will work. Let me see here. That'll do. Okay. Let me go and mark off excessive wood. Well. Woo. Also, I've already marked off pun. Okay. Got some dogs here. Looking good. Boy, I really like this. I'm really curious about the construction on this. Yeah, the wood looks very strange. Like, looking at this in particular, I'm really curious. We'll see. Kupawaya Naha? Where is this? Hawaii. Hakalau, Hawaii. Interesting. Gotta be Hawaii. Yep. Thank you. Hawaii. Very pretty. Interior. Wow. I gotta imagine this sort of lumber. They had to have imported this lumber from elsewhere, yeah? Like, I feel like this sort of wood, I don't know if this is like native to Hawaii, right? I can't identify it from eyeballing it. Okay. Oh, actually, looking at the price, probably. They probably had this shipped in. It wouldn't surprise me. This place is expensive as shit. Surprised seeing something not wood in this house? Well, here we are inside the dining room. Okay, we got a bit of a stony, possibly basalt-ish coloration at times. The dining fortress. Yep. Ooh. Okay. You couldn't even get matching stools? Yeah, it does have a bit of an evil aura to it, I gotta say. Gosh, you can't even scoot these in, I don't think. Like, I'm just looking at the gap between the tabletop and the cushion. There's not much space in there. You know what I mean? Okay, kitchen. Sure. Ooh. Huh. I'm gonna mark off. Let me mark off uncentered fireplace. Yeah, these are decorative fireplaces. I really don't think you'll be using these in Hawaii, of all places. Huh. Somebody wants to LARP like they're inside of a hunter's lodge. You know what I mean? So weird. It is. It really is. It's going for like an extremely fancy log cabin that's, because of the joinery they use here. They're trying to lean into a log cabin look, but log cabins weren't really built in this sort of, I don't know, fanciful nature. The couch. Interesting. The bed frame? Ugh. Not too crazy about it. Why'd they import the wood from British Columbia? Goodness, we keep fluctuating between log cabin and almost like a D&D situation. Or just dungeon. Not even D&D, just dungeon. Huh. Oops. Wow. Huh. This might be the most excessive wood we've seen yet, honestly. What is going on here, actually? Huh. Okay. Roots. Seems to be. I look at these weirdly. I'm looking at this strange furniture, and in my brain, I am like, how much weight could these things hold? I look at this, and in my head, I'm thinking, that can't hold the weight of a human being, right? This looks just all decorative. There's something I don't trust. Nice fucking eagle. Nice fucking eagle. I see. Huh. I'm really curious about this description here. Cow! I mean, technically, that is a little guy. Okay. Ooh, interesting. We weren't really inside of the castle. I mean, we were inside the tower at some point, rather. It didn't stick out to me when we were in there. Maybe that was all the stonework. Everything that had like black stonework might have been inside the tower, maybe? Huh. And you get this acreage with it. No neighbors in sight. Ooh. Well, I guess that explains why this place is for sale for 22 million. 792 fucking acres! What? I'm sorry? What? If you said this is 22 acres, I mean, if you said there's 22 million for this much acreage, I'd be like, well, it's Hawaii. Okay, but that as well as this bonkers estate? 800 acres on the coast, only a short difference from Hilo Town? Huh. Okay. I can't known for Big Island is known. What? Uh, I didn't tuck this away aware of the acreage involved here. Wow. Government blocked Zook from buying any more Hawaii. Has he bought that much of it? Jesus. Yeah, I thought this would be even, seeing the acreage here, I thought this would be even higher. I mean, that's why you don't see any neighbors in that drone shot. Boy. Huh. He owns a shitload of Hawaii. Hmm. Oh, it's the wow stream. Where is this thing? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, volcano. Volcano. I see. Well, what are the okay? Sold in 09. So the build date is built 2015. Sold for about 4 million. This can't be real. This has got to be like a goof or something, which happens from time to time on these things. Walkability, you got to be 0, right? Yeah, absolutely. What about the hazards? What about the hazards? What on earth would you do with 800 acres of property? I don't know. It's kind of one of those things, like the notion of being like a billionaire, to where it just rots your mind what you do with that sort of excess. I have no idea what I'd do with this much land. I mean, if you gave me access to a bunch of land, I would, in an ideal situation, I would have just enough to where I could feel isolated. Beyond that, it's like, I don't want to have a ranch. I don't want to have a farm. It's like, I don't know what you do with that. They seem to have some cattle, but it's like they aren't using all 800 acres for cattle, yeah? Import serfs, honestly, yeah. Because they've got some cattle here, but it's like everything involved with that, you'd have to have folks dealing with them full time, you know? Because they've got the ear tags and stuff. I mean, of course, it's not going to be wild cattle, but it's like, it's a big investment to have cows as pets, you know? It's Hawaii, it's plenty of serfs, but tish, good one. Okay, let me see here. I kind of, the first half of the stream, I have a lot of houses that I've had in my back pocket for a while. The second half is where I have all of the new stuff this week. Usually what happens when I have 2 streams of Zillow in a week, I kind of divvy it up a little bit. And I'm just seeing where to pace things. Okay, 30 minutes before the break. Okay, we can get through these 2 then. Perfect. What about you? Okay. Let me see. 800 acres isn't really that much. Well, I mean, I'd rather not say specifically the acreage that my father's farm dealt with, because that was like a partnership, but 800 acres is like a drop in the bucket compared to what he was dealing with on that. But also that farm had so many crops and things it was growing, honestly. I also kind of feel that the acreage, this seemed to be 800 acres on what looked to be relatively mountainous terrain as well. So like 800 acres of like very wild terrain, as opposed to 800 flat acres, you know what I mean? I feel that kind of hamstring in what you could do to some extent. Let me see. So, hey, it's about the same size. Okay. Ooh, triple garage. Oh my, oh my. Hmm. 800 acres in Montana is not 800 acres in Hawaii. Yeah. It's kind of like they had that first shot where they were showing like the waterfall and stuff like that. You've got a bunch of that sort of terrain around there to deal with. Farms that grows natively or grow aminals. Well, what do we have here? Oh, we have barn doors. Haven't seen those in a bit. Wow. Mark that off. This looks familiar. Where is house? This is in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. A little smaller kitchen. That's cute. Barn doors to the shitter. Okay, fine. Okay. Bedroom. Yep. Okay. I mean, it gets the job done. I find it funny they have this this pipe jury rig situation, but also the fact there's like a tap on the end of it. I guess a bit of a fidget toy or something. I don't know. All right. Anything else of interest here? It's just the secondary house off to the side. Inverted bidet. That's a hard mode bidet, if you ask me. Kitchen. Ooh. I remember some of the particulars inside this house is I kind of like some of the decorative flourishes they take here. They've got a skylight here. Bit of a decorative wallpaper around the trim, it seems. They do some interesting things with these skylights. There's actually a number of skylights throughout the house we see. Reflective ceiling right over the table. Oh, I haven't seen that in a bit. There we go. I see. Den. Oh, yeah. We got cougar floor. We got cougar carpeting. Wow. Okay. Also, there seems to be an inset display behind the mantle. Interesting. Huh. Oh, Deus Ex. Okay. I'm actually kind of interested in this, as Alucard may say. I don't know if I've seen that sort of thing before. Just an inset little display case. Why would you choose to have a white rug? Why would you choose to have cougar style pattern on the floor, you know? Oh, and it continues into here. Okay. An attempt was made. With the Christmas lights. Sure. Bathroom. Well. Oh, a fireplace right next to the tub? Ooh. Well, let me do a splippy here. This is going to be splippy. All right. Wowee, look at that. So, the hot and cold of the tub are over here. I mean, making do with what they have, but also this joins the family of awkward knobs inside the restroom, I gotta say. I'm trying to think of the last time we've seen a fireplace like this. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, and cube glass. Cube glass for the next game. Excellent. Alright. Oh, is this... Is this just a place for, like, your shampoos and stuff that's inlit? Is that what's going on here? That's interesting. Soaps. Whoops. That's what I'm thinking. The shampoo alcove. For scrubs only, eh? Alright. Oh! Got a bit of a Cirque du Soleil, a little bit of Kefka, a little bit of Jester on the right here. Look at that. There's also a room we're heading to in a moment, I think. We'll get a better look at that skylight in a sec. Also, a bit of a strange stairway thing. There's a bit of a little area over here The cat spot, maybe? The cat spot. That's what this is. Also a railing that's just way too high for you to use here. Okay. Gosh. This is part of why I tucked this away. I like this. This is very nice. Like, at first I thought, oh, maybe this is just like a casing on, like, some fluorescence. And I sat here for a bit and I'm like, no, that's a skylight. That's a skylight. That's lovely. Like, this is a cozy little room. If I had to lodge a complaint, there's not really a door. So you'd still have, you know, everything from here in the hallway. There's no real way to separate yourself from it, you know? Huh. If I had to pick a quibble. Anything fun in here? No. Here? Nice vanity. Nice brushes. Bit of a mirror hell. I've got cube glass and mirror hell for the next game. Oh! Wow. Okay, this is top floor, judging by the roof line. It's always strange when there's like an angled roof or angled ceiling inside of a shower. I've seen this a couple times. It's always it always makes it feel so claustrophobic because showers are already so dark. Boy. Otherwise, I mean, the turquoise coloration's nice. Down to the basement. Just don't be tall, I suppose. The entertainment space. Look at that. Look at that. It's where we could build an entire house, all the random blue accents each house has. Got some ducky loofahs? Anything else? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a little loud for me. Hang on. Let me move this here. Okay. There we go. I see. Huh. Let me see. Here. 690,000. That's how people say it, right? Where are we actually? Where was this? This is Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, it includes a fully furnished carriage house? Oh. That's a cute house. I like some of the decorative decisions they made there. Huh. Actually, when was this built? 1923. I could see it. I could see it. Show me more. Ooh. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, they've just been doing rental stuff for a while. I see. Uh-huh. Let me see. Let me do end game. And let me do the next game. So, got mirror hell and cube. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's do this next one, then go on break. Because this one's got about 60 photos. It's got some intrigue, some suspense. A couple weird things. That's about it. Okay, okay. Let me see now. Is this a mall? No, 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 no. I definitely see what you're talking about, though. It feels mall-ish. Huh. Ooh, actually. What's going on here? Huh. Am I cropping this? Nope. Weird. Suspense better not mean sex swing. I mean, that's suspension, okay? I don't think we have a sex swing or sling. Ooh, yeah, give me 5. Or give me the bird. Okay, missed opportunity not having the bird on the middle finger. That could have been perfect. All right? Looks like a hotel lobby. Interesting. Okay, okay. Look, this is a swing. This is not a sex sling, okay? This is like one of those little toddler swings, okay? An adult cannot get into this. Let me see here. Entryway. Ooh. The menacing swing. It's a child swing. That doesn't count. The entryway. What do we got here? Huh. Bamboo chutes. Okay. How high is that swing attached? I was actually wondering about that, to be honest with you. Like, it just goes up into the stratosphere. And there's nothing. Boy. Okay. Curious. This is definitely enough for gold. I keep forgetting about the gold redeem. But cases like this remind me of its existence. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You got gamer lights? Actually, no, these are just Christmas tree lights tucked under here. This is budget gamer lights. Or are those LEDs? I don't know. Probably LEDs. Curious. Feels cocaine-y to me. Cocaine-y, coquettish. Well, let's see. We got some statues over here. Oh. Okay. Curious. Those are movie theater lights. I see. Call them whatever you'd like. Interesting. The sprinkling of art pieces throughout here kind of... I'm kind of curious about some of them, you know? Yeah, we're kind of cougar heavy in the first half of tonight's stream. I don't think there's too much cougar presence I am aware of in the second half. I would be careful. Don't have any open snacks with you. That'll just lure them. Okay, a bit of a bar situation. Dining room. You know. Gold is back. Huh. What is going on here, actually? Why is there such a big steppy? Why is there such a big steppy here? Is this a, it's not a mirror. Huh? Why is this like 1.5 feet higher? What? That is, what? You're not meant to step there? Well, clearly. But I mean, what's the idea here, actually? That is peculiar. Like, I don't see these. Can these be slid? I guess that's the idea. Are these, like, sliding capable? Hang on. Can I get a better shot at this? Yeah. What the heck? They are sliding? That's what I'm thinking. But still, that's such a... If you want to have a discussion with the other room, sure, but... I'll choose this for cocaine decor as well. We've crossed over, I do believe. Bingo. Let me mark it off. Ooh. Okay. Don't call it that, Void. It's just a couch. Okay. Statues. Oh, what am I looking at? Okay. These are decorative. These are tiles that lead to 2 stairways, and they're reflecting the skylights. That's what's going on here. Okay. It's in the crotch, though. No, that's the center. That's the center. Okay. Very interesting. What is going on here? Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Another bar setup. Kitchen. Okay, got an inset TV. Yeah. Okay. What else? This is all... Okay. The backsplash over here is all just mirror. Okay. And the... Wow. Okay. That's some impressive kitchen hardware, actually. Wow. What's with the lever, actually? Does this control specifically the height of this dish right here? Is that what's going on? Pizza oven / salamander? South Bend. Do we have an actual pizza oven? That's the height. Very nice. Huge panini press. Is this commercial? It's gotta be, right? Okay, what's this? This is, what's this brand? With the red knobs. It's got the logo at the bottom, too. I forget. It's not Viking. What's that other one? That's industrial. Yeah. There's Viking and there's another wolf. Okay, yeah, this is wolf. I can never keep him straight. Oy vey. Is that an industrial continuous oven? Seems to be. I don't know if they use it continuously. They may have just gotten it because it was expensive. Huh. Okay. Oh, the family photo underwater. God, that's... I'm sorry, I'm chuckling at how they did the faces. These people hire a chef to cook for them? Absolutely. Why is the mom pulling the daughter's ponytail? That's what it looks like to me. Price, request a quote. AKA, how much you willing to give me? Oh, the reflective poles. I love that. You couldn't even afford a proper artist. That was done by, like, their cousin, probably. Is that her hand? I think her hand is on his hip. I mean, that's the reach across. I don't know. I hate it when they do things like that on the price. It's like, I'm not looking for a job, okay? Just tell me what you're charging. All right. All right. Honestly, it's always funny to me how people like to spend their money. This bed looks like shit. Like, that frame is garbage, but I'm also kind of wondering if the mattress is shit, too. Such a big open room, too. Jeez. Yeah, I guess we do have a cuck situation there. Okay. Ooh! The center of attention! Wow. Oh, wow. I've already done Mirror Hell, right? Also, I'll do Splippy for this game. Goodness. This is one of those situations where I'm having trouble perceiving the flow of the room. So they've got bathroom to the left, cat... That's a ugly basin sink. That is a basin sink that is shaped like a seashell. That is the worst. The barfing swan. Yep. That is a glass... That is a shower with a just entire glass wall. Like, that is... Yeah, there's the shower with the glass wall. There is a mirror inside of the shower, I think? Or is that... No. Is that a mirror inside the shower, or is it the glass reflecting? I think it's a mirror inside. Yeah, because I can see, like, I can see the shampoo and conditioners. They are in front of it. So there is a... I feel like there is a mirror behind that, maybe? Because otherwise you'd see it kind of casting on top of this bottle, maybe, right? Oh, hey. Okay, was there a Marilyn? Somebody said Marilyn. Marilyn in the mirror. Oh! Wow. Why? It's funny you said Marilyn in the mirror, and my head started playing Man in the Mirror. And I was just thinking, okay, whoops, nope, dang it, misclick. That was 22. All right. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Pretty nice. You know, I've never been a fan of reflective cabinetry. Reflective cabinetry in this context, the bedroom context. Oh, wait, is there a vanity opposite this that it's dueling with? Oh, actually, okay, it looks like, okay, the wall behind this is reflective. It also looks like there's, like, reflective doors on the wall, and that's what's catching this. Huh. Yeah, there's Marilyn. There she is. Sink mirror. Baffling. Yeah, we definitely had Mirror Hell call. Don't worry about it, Ramaji. Absolutely. I think we called that like the last house at the very beginning of the game. Ooh. Okay. Big fucking closet. Oh my goodness. The kiddo's room. The parasol. Oh. Okay. Okay. A lot of stuff. Ooh! Nice little car. I briefly thought this was the Mach 5, or the... What was it in Speed Racer? The Mach 5? Or was the Mach... Yes, the Mach 5. It's I know it's not the Mach 5, but I briefly was like, oh! Do I still have Wide Racer X here? Hang on. Hang on. I need to look for something important. Do I still have Wide Racer X? I've definitely got that fella somewhere, right? Did I remove him from desktop? I've got some images. My desktop is very tidy, but there's a couple of images that I never delete from it. It looks like I might have removed it. He's going to that cliff. I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually don't have the picture anymore. I know where I can find it. That's unfortunate. Hang on, can I find that clip? I want to play that audio. Hang on. Hang on.
He's going over that cliff.
I need to show y'all it as well. If you're not familiar. If you're not familiar, you know. Oh my god.
He's going over that cliff.
Perfectly cut screams. Oh my god. A lot of people die in this race, huh? I didn't actually think about how many people died in that show. Speed just kind of brushes it off. Well, gosh darn. I will never forget about the car hater. The guy who just rides a horse everywhere and hates cars so much. Just rides up on his horse to harangue Speed. And there's the Mammoth Train, an episode where they have a train in the race. I think it's supposed to be like a series of 18-wheelers that are attached effectively. Voice actor was actually murdered in the studio to get that scream. Yep, one of the method actors, let me tell you. Oh. Got to see 2 episodes on the big screen, which was a hoot. Oh, man. That's got to be a good in-movie theater experience, honestly. Oh. Why you got your plate in front of the TV here? And your guitar, which you absolutely play? That's a goblin right there. I don't know what sort of flavor of goblin it is, but that is indisputably a goblin door. I'm not getting a feel for an aspect, honestly. Is this the neutral goblin? Is this, in the Souls terminology, a raw goblin? Okay. What else we got here? No? Oh, wow. I'm glad I've got the floodlight for whenever I'm taking a shower or a bath. What? This strikes me as overkill. Do you have a dimmer switch on this thing? That's got to be way, way, way too much, right? Oh, okay. Plant in the shower? Yeah. Got to make sure it gets well watered. Ooh. Dizzying amount of reflections. Jesus. Maybe if you point at the ceiling, it diffuses the light. I suppose you could do that, but it's a floodlight. Well, unfortunate place. There's a lot of water in there already. All right. Oh! Who's that? Who's that lady? That's not a Mary Pippin. That's not a Mary Pippin. I don't know who that is. Who could this be, I wonder? I don't think it's a Mary Pippins. Never actually seen the movie. I've just perceived her through osmosis. Anything else? Anything else? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, there's everybody's favorite fan blades. I'm sure Ty'd be happy to see this. Huh. All right. Florence Nightingale? Sure. Sure. Who's this danced up fella? Who is that? I want to see more photos of some of these figures. Look at that stance. They're a little guy too. Look at that. Ty statue. My turn to play on the Xbox energy. Oh, right. I see it now. They're kneeling facing the glass. I see. I thought this was head, arms, legs, but these are feet. And they're bent here at the knees. Yeah, we've seen that statue throughout the place. Okay. Man, I kind of like my interpretation of it, honestly. It's the same statue we saw near the stairways and stuff like that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And there's a wine dungeon? Oh my stars. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Very expensive. Huh. Well, we're back in Nolans. This is Louisiana. It is very expensive. It is about $5 million. A link to the listing? Yes, absolutely. Boop. 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 There we go. I personally don't want to live at a resort, but it's pretty. Absolutely. Same. I getcha. Impressive glass walls. A koi pond. Wow. That's enough. That's enough for a meme square, honestly. You love to see a koi pond. Or rather, trust me. Seems to be a name drop in here as well. Arthur Davis. Okay. Okay. The second hurricane comes, which happens a lot. Have fun. It's been here since 57. It's probably okay. What are we looking at here in way of scores? It sold in 2000 for, I don't know. Severe flood. Wind 10. Heat 10. Oof. Well, on the plus side, it's probably not going to burn down. Uninsurable. Yep. The unfortunate energy of living along the Gulf, especially in the coming years. The reason they call it a 100-year storm. That's the funny thing about these horrific weather events along the Gulf Coast. Something horrific will happen and they'll say, wow, that's a once in a 100-year situation. And they keep racking up. It's like they had that for Katrina. They had that for Harvey. It's kind of like a along the Gulf Coast, particularly people who are in the hurricane path. It's something you get very tired of hearing, where they say, well, this sort of thing you only see like once in a lifetime. Like, what about this situation? Well, that wasn't a hurricane. That was really just a big tropical storm, right? I know this because I've had to put up with relatives saying this to me, and I'm sitting there just kind of rolling my eyes in the back of my head, you know? It's also just a big thing, particularly if you live in the Houston area. Like, particularly when you had Beryl that knocked our energy out. And that was like a, I don't say chump, but that was like a category 1, category 2 that just hit the exact perfect path. And it's just one of those things that people in Houston proper are just so exhausted. Because it's like every year it's like, okay, what's going to happen this time? Apparently, the architect designed the Superdome. Interesting. Because in hydrology, those terms refer to a proportional theoretical span of time compared to past data, which is becoming increasingly unreliable as climate change progresses. Yep. Okay. Tropical brush came from the southwest section of Africa, not the northwest. So it's completely different. Please understand. Yeah, it's the once in a generation thing that keeps on piling up, you know? Anyway, with all those happy notes aside, hey gang, it's the halfway point. This was good because there were a lot of houses here that were kind of in my backlog for a very long time. But it's good to get those done because the stuff I have for the rest of tonight is the new stuff. I used all of the new material when we had Takako on here, I believe. But there's some stuff that's come up since then. I don't want to overpromise, but I will say the final stretch of houses tonight are really goddamn good, I think. Like things that just popped up like late last night and stuff. So I am very excited to get to tonight's stuff. Everything so far was just spring cleaning, you know? Words on stream, where are you? Huh? Prop, did you? Oh, there it is. That was weird. Okay, let me do this. Are you... Do I have to refresh this? Hang on, y'all. Words on stream. Oh, what the heck? Actually, let me do something. I think there's a bit of a weird problem. Log out, log in. Okay. Miss any bangers? There have been some weird boys. Aside from some first few houses, a lot of the stuff so far has been stuff I've had in the backlog for a bit. Okay. I'm looking forward to the second half quite a lot, though. There's some good stuff in here. All right. This should be working. I'll wait and see what y'all are looking at before I take my break. Missed a house that's older in America? Yeah, 1765. Jesus. There we go. It's working. Reminded me about a house from last week I wanted to pull up. Yeah, Stern, it seems like that's not quite inside the Funkin' Wagnalls yet, if you get my meaning. All right, do what you need to, folks. Be right back. I'll let it go for one more game. Let me just get some tabs in order over here. Oh. Where is my... Almost. Bit. And, bit. Let me see here. Can't figure it out? What could it be? We'll never know. All right, all right. It was Kate, obviously. All right. Let me do a refresh over here. I can close words. Yes. All right. Let me display. We haven't had something out on the high seas in a bit, hey? Maybe the low seas. I don't know if this is the high seas. We're actually pretty close to, we're pretty close to the shore. This is the low seas. All right. There we are. The corrugation. I'm looking at this and it makes me think of like, I don't know how to describe it, almost just like corrugated cardboard. This makes me think of tubes. Some weird tubes that you'd slip like posters inside of and put a cap on top of, right? Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. I was always tickled by the Legion of Doom stuff, particularly because like Solomon Grundy in those older cartoons, like, okay, so Solomon Grundy and Bizarro Superman in those, they were always so strange to have at the council because they were just lummoxes who yelled and everybody else is just like, fucking God. I always thought it was so funny. Solomon Grundy want pants. I've never quite understood the whole idea of Solomon Grundy, but whatever. I always thought he was like this swamp man who's like outrageously strong. Not to be confused with Killer Croc, who's a swampman who's also super strong, but half crocodile. A zombie? Is that what it was? Yeah, the whole Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday. Unkillable zombie. I mean, a lot of people were born on Mondays. I could have been born on a Monday. I'm not a zombie. Zombie mob boss. Mob boss? Was he really? Luthor stuffed the council with lummoxes. I see, I see. He needed some people he could trick into thinking they were being smart by backing him. I know it's an old poem, yeah. Okay. Well, let me see. Yep, this is the usual of you're gonna be the weird neighbor, you're right. Are you sure you're not a zombie? Pretty sure I'm not. I don't really like brains, you know. Where's this actually? Oh, this is on that little porch area on the side. Ooh. Huh. Turns out I was born on the Monday. Wow. We got a real Solomon Grumpy in here all of a sudden. Oh no, reflective ceilings already? Little slats of it too. Hang on. Where is my pop-up? Here? Hey. What's the flood risk on this one? It's on little pontoony things. I'm sure it's fine. Where actually are we? Portland. Hey, Portland. Welcome to the... Oh. No. Don't just cover up your peacock, whatever you're doing. What is... This is a cabinet, I guess, here. Huh. It's buoyant. Tis very buoyant. Goodness. I don't like this reflective ceiling. Or this just, this whole reflective metallic surface they're using even up here. Goodness. There's a whole ass realtor who specializes in floating houses. Well, I figure that kind of makes sense to me, honestly. There's some specialist facets of knowledge you'd have to have in this sort of... In selling places like this, you got to know specific things, right? Okay. Oh, so that's what's going on here. This curves up to a... Okay. What's going on down here? I just can't get over this reflective surface. Okay, the roof line is also pretty low. Like, this is about... If this is about the height of a typical doorway, like... This has got to be maybe 7 feet. It really makes it feel squart, Really squished. I have a good coffee table. You have 3 bad ones. I love my weird guitar pick shaped tables. Barely big enough to hold a book. Book and a cup? Maybe, if you get the tall one. Ooh. It's got one of these fucked up lights. Despicable. Vile. Huh? That's it. There's nothing in the way of breaking up the backsplash? It's just sheer white? I mean, I like this blue. It's getting close to a favorite color of mine, honestly. But you need something more back here to break this up. It blends in too much to the cabinetry and the countertops. It's a coffee table, not a book table. You can only hold so many coffee cups on there, though. Never really into the bare countertop look either. Yeah. It is themed. It is. I was thinking about that when I was looking at the navy bluish color. So fucking back. Welcome. Ooh. Got ourselves the pyramid? I need a note to self. Go find your kitchen pyramid, Geop. I've actually misplaced mine. I wonder if it's brought a curse upon my house. Okay. So, not too big of a house, actually. The booze? Yeah. The bar sink? Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Reel-to-reel player? And probably a record player? Oh, that's old world. The only correct move is to not win at all. Or to not play at all. Let me see here. I'm curious about the reel-to-reel player. That's extremely... This is absolutely an aesthetic thing. I really doubt they have any sort of use of this, frankly. Okay. Okay, this is still the ground floor. Well, ground. I'm air quoting. Picture my Wario's in my hands again. Huh. All right. Sea level. Yes. The U static level. Okay. I'm sorry, washer, dryer, and also your printer? That's a... Okay. Maybe they just don't use it that often, as long as it gets the Wi-Fi signal. I'm just not used to seeing this spread of things. Everything is so white. Stairway. Oh, so the stairway is enclosed a bit. Right. This is the entryway is. This is a door outside. I think there's another door outside over here around this way, if I remember right. Ooh. All right. Well, at least natural lighting isn't something you're lacking in. Oh, what's going on up here in the loft? I'm sorry, the attic, where your storage takes place. Looks like it's got some undercoating. Okay. Or some sort of bed liner spray. I don't know. Truck stuff. Some sort of attempt at insulation. I worry about how comfortable this would feel in the winter months. This is Portland. Girl. Okay. The washer dryer door is going to smack the wall. Oh. That's the couch go. Hang on. Already done. I've done Goblin this game already. Yes, I've done Goblin. All right. So right now we're just going around the top of these little drums, basically. Oh, the Comfort Goblin. I'd welcome the Comfort Goblin to my house anytime. All right. Nothing interesting. Yep. That's a tub. Oh, this... I can't deal with back. Ooh, Yoko Kano. What a switch. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Skip through here. Anything fun? No. Oh, and the rooftop, of course. What's with the eggs? What are you growing up here, boss? Interesting. Can't be cracking eggs. You gotta keep them whole. You don't want to be cracking them things. There's a 3D tour, but I don't think there's anything of interest here, frankly. Huh. Built in 85. What do we have here? The Aqua Star? A lot of name drops. I'm sorry. Built by Buzz Gorder? Huh. All right. Buzz? Okay, we've already done a name drop. Famous floating house, the Aqua Star on Willamette River is for sale at 1 million photos. 1 million photos? Wow. How about that? $2,000 HOA. Yeah, I figure if you're living out on the water, any HOA thing has got to be a nightmare, right? They're gonna roll so much stuff in there. Also, it's pronounced Willamette. Isn't that what I said? I said Willamette. Let me see here. Upper floors, exquisite, yada yada. Soaker tub. Okay. Covered wars, of course. This is just like Spokane, which I will never get correct. Works better when you say it out loud. It's more like Willamette, damn it. Huh? Oh well. I'm the one with the microphone. I can mispronounce words however I want. Ooh. Look at all them pots. Actually, no, those aren't shipping containers. Walking score 13. You ain't walking out here. Okay. Anything else? I don't think so. End of the page. Buzz Gorder passed last year. Oh. Buzzing his way into the great beyond. What is Buzz short for? That can't be his Christian name. Ray Buzz Gorder. Huh. I'm actually curious. How do you get known by the name Buzz? Huh. I mean, are you just like drunk a lot? You know, feeling a buzz? Okay, swim score higher than most. Short for Buzzard. Buzzard's not in his name. All right, let me see here. Buzzthew. Short for Buzdifer. I see. Oh, wow. Wow, that's an expensive house. Yeah, let's do a quick one. There's like one thing I want to show y'all here, but I also just noticed the price. Wow. Remember that Hawaiian place that was 800 acres? That was 22 million? This is twice that? This is 47 million? Where is this? Park City, Utah. Is this just like smack dab in the middle of ski country or something, I guess? That's crazy. Okay. Sandstone? I don't like it. Okay, something that grabbed me with this place. Look at the upholstery on these couches. Like, it looks like they took some really shitty rug material and they said, you know what? I'm just gonna upholster my weird sofa with this. Like, this cannot feel good. Felt. Thank you. Yes, like, look at this right here. This stuff is already pilling. It's ridiculous. Like, I shudder to think how expensive these are, right? Designed by Muppets. Man, how many do you think they killed? Pre-pilled? Oh, yes. Just like the American Eagle approach of pre-distress, right? Cats would love this. Let me tell you, these people probably didn't own any cats, you know? Oh my god, oh my god. How many were killed? Well, they were pretty neutral colored, I gotta say. All the ones that come to mind tend to be brighter colored, usually. Also, this isn't quite Rolf Brown, so we know that Rolf's okay. Speaking of cats, didn't you say you were getting one? At some point. I still haven't. I'd probably end up getting 2, honestly. Honestly, I'm probably only gonna end up doing that if they happen to fall through the roof and land in my lap at this point, which may happen. Who knows? Who knows? Every now and again, I will see a plug or a website or something about some cats that look so cool, and it's like, oh, they're in the Pacific Northwest, and it's like, oh, okay. Kitchen. Ooh, nice contour. What's going on over here? What is this? What is this? Is this just a shielding? I mean, the range is over here. What are these? Pacific Northwest. Had a pet rock, would it be a goofy Pluto situation? I don't believe in pet rocks. I think that's silly. Huh. Alright, let me see here. Ooh, Jen. Welcome in. What were you up to? Retro. What were you playing today, Jen? We're looking at, let me back up a bit for Jen and the Raiders. How do y'all feel about this Muppet-inspired upholstery, by the way, folks? Ooh. This thing has gotta cost. This entire monstrosity has to have cost like north of 10,000, right? Supporter suggestion day. Oh, so you were doing a bit of a... You were doing a big old list of things. I see. Did you have fun? Let me see here. That texture, yum. Yum. Just want to rake my claws across it. OBS. Okay, thank you. OBS was not letting me resize for a second there. So let me see. What is... Actually, what is the... What is this upholstery? That is strange. King's Quest, Commander Keen, SMB2 Tetris Attack. A slight spread of game flavors. You played I know of Hooters Road Trip from Infamy. Go for it! Go for it. I know of the Hooters game. There's some ill repute there. Let me see here. Oh, pool? Along with a... Wait, do we get a better shot of this? God. It's one of these shitty swings. No, no, no. No, no, no. Miserable. The handling on the car sucks, but it wasn't made for cars. That's right, that's right. It was made for folks to purchase and ogle the FMV stuff, if I remember right. I don't know. I don't know. Let me do this. Isn't Hooters kind of like really circling the drain? Melons. No, those are billiards. I don't know what you're talking about, Jen. Okay. Oh. Is that a real pool? I mean, I'm sorry. Is that a real tank, or are we looking at a TV screen of a tank? That's a TV. That is absolutely a TV. Okay. I saw this right here, and my brain was like, is this real? Uh-huh. Is that a real pool table? Pool table's real. The aquarium? No. No, that's just a TV. They're posturing. Melons. I see. Oh, wow. This Photoshop fire, it looks like a fire they just threw some of that non-dairy creamer on top of. You know, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark, where it does a flare up? These look highly stylized. Okay. Completely flushed, I believe. Got bought by one of those venture capitalist firms who gutted it. What the... Okay. Is there somebody who could identify this? Is there somebody who can identify and find this? There's got to be somebody who can find this, right? I'm going to do Seed of Sacrifice right now, though. It's like it's one of those suspending egg chairs, but it's got, like... What on earth? I don't think it's a sex dungeon, right? This doesn't look like a sex dungeon chair. It just looks like a bad chair. Huh. Okay. No, it's not an HR Giger chair. We've had HR Giger chairs before. Okay. Bathroom. I know that portions of this are laminate, but I really just... The idea of a wooden bathtub like this just kind of greevils me a bit. I don't know. I'm sure this is all just laminate and fake. Oh yeah, the square tub? Yep. A delight to clean. Kind of looks like the amygdala from Bloodborne. Oh. Huh? Little recessed glass cup. That's strange. It's almost like a showcase for some of your clothing. Like, I've seen these, but not in this sort of a configuration. Huh. All right. Oh. This is where I do all my business work? Of course. Oh, no way. You found it, Stern? Hang on. Oh, no. Instagram. Blackman Cruise. Oh! Hang on. We're doing a derail. Oh, boy. Also, wait. Was this? Yes. It flashed me with something as soon as I opened the page. I didn't know what it was. It looked gross. Oh, boy. All right, hang on. Where's the thing that I saw? They had a close-up of something that almost looked like a marble udder. Hang on. There's a lot of shit here. No. Wasn't there there, that. Did you see that? The snake biting into the table makes me think of a picture I've seen where there's like a black cat biting into like cardboard. There. How can I see all of these? Oh man. What do you got here, Stern? What the fuck? Hang on. BCW urchin beanbag? I'm sorry. $10,000? $10,000? Beanbag? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at him. Look at him in the distance. All stanced up. Hang on. What the hell? That's a lot of leather, but not 10K of leather. Yeah, you're getting an up mark on the brand name. God, do we have another shitty furniture website? Oh my god, oh my... Oh! Jorge Wilmot ceramic quail. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, yeah. That is peak form. Holy shit. Ooh, boy. Oh, what a diva. Look at this. Not a thought in that head. From above? Ooh. The dappling. The maker's mark. Gosh. That's a bird of high quality. Parts? Wow. So let me see. Is that shitty chair on here? I know, I'm sorry, got kind of Ooh, that's the one with the leaky drippies. Hang on. I don't think so. I don't think so. It was 75K? The swingy chair or something else? Move on! 35K? Like, this is an end table. Or, I'm sorry, a side table. That black chair looked like a Kirby enemy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. I need to tuck this away. We may have another Furniture for Fuckers stream on the horizon. Oh, boy. I will tuck this away. I will tuck this away. We may have a bit of a stream in the near future. I need to root around on here. Let me see. Maybe we'll do that Friday. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. Bespoke sex swing. Oh, it's spoken for? What the fuck? I think my neighbor's doing some weird shit. Just heard something loud bang outside my window. Alright. Let me see here. So, let me mark something off. Did I already mark off number 2? Oh, actually, that's bingo. We just hit bingo number 5, actually. So let me do auto call. Yeah. Limbo's dead. I'll get back to Limbo at some point, I think. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I'd do the entire thing or make a very good stab at it. Okay, I think somebody's just, like, putting up a fence line outside my window. I'm hearing boards clattering and slamming. Okay. As long as it doesn't break my window. Okay. Exercise room, sure. Ooh. Glass floor? Make a joke about how the playthrough's in Limbo. I see, I see. Huh. Okay. Single person Huh? Huh. Alright. Intriguing. Intriguing. Actually, hang on here. Curious. Oh! A sauna. Look at that. Huh. Alright. Oh, you can actually see your neighbors. 47 million for this place. Like, oh, that's hoops, baby. Skis? Well, I guess we're in ski country. It's looking like we might be in ski country. Huh. I'm just really gobsmacked by the price. Is this just like really good for renting out the entire place for less rich bougie people? Winter home for billionaires? Gotta be, right? Huh. How big is this? It's pretty big. It's only got, well, it's only got 6 bed and 10 baths, but it is 17,567 square feet. That is staggeringly huge. Wow. Let me see here. 5 acres. Monitors. Wow. We've had... How many named houses have we had tonight? Wow. Yes, this is Uta, Croatian limestone, Himalayan salt room. Aw. Distinguished Rob Report Best of the Best award for best amenities. You can ski here. You could probably do whatever you want here. You could hunt human beings here. Delos's Darwin Home Wellness Intelligence Network. Oh, I see. I'll trust Darwin to sort it out. Huh. 40 minutes to 2 airports. That's in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's ski country, I guess. Okay. Threats. Fire factor. Interesting. Walkability. Ooh, you can technically walk. Huh. It's not a flat 0. All right, let me see here. Let me wrap up the game and start the next. Yep. And I believe we should do a name drop. There we go. Okay. So who am I feeling? Who am I feeling for numero dos? Ooh, right. I forgot about you. How's about some more eye candy? Not a big listing. Okay. How much am I cropping at the bottom, actually? Okay. Whole entourage of architects and designers. Yep. So we've got reflective ceiling and mirror hell and gold all in the first picture. So let me do gold, reflective ceiling, and mirror hell. Yep. Gaudy as hell. Yes. Ooh boy. So, let me see here. Oh, it's conversation. I was chuckling at first at the aim of observing in front of the painting. It is a nice painting. Ooh boy. Okay. Kisses and hugs? Hold on. You've got a multi-million-dollar whatever the hell this is, and this is your cable management? What the hell? I mean, putting that aside, this looks like shit, but also, what's going on here? Huh. Fits in with the aesthetic. I guess. I mean, the letters fit inside this spacing. That's all it's got going there. It represents the cords that hold us back. I mean, if you're living here, those cords that affect you aren't the same that affect the common man, if you get my meaning. Oh. So this is where there's some interesting color things going on. A lot of reflections and a lot of just softer tones and colors. There's a bit of a pinkish red backsplash over here behind this bar area. Now, the slight bit of green I'm picking up is from the mirrors catching reflections off of others. Skylight is nice. Yeah, it's an interesting lounge. It is a little visually busy, though. Let me do number 20. Okay. Ooh, that is an expensive pianer. I mean, pianers tend to be expensive, but that's relatively an even more expensive pianer. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Is this most... Actually, no, this place is way too big. This isn't most of the square footage here. They're just really trying to sell you on this lounge situation. Yeah, the glass ceiling is very interesting. Oh, my orb stack. Ah, it's got these fucking chairs again. These chairs that are the same design as used to make those ass chairs. Okay. I'm just looking at this. I'm just thinking of like this makes me think of like a cairn of dodgeballs or something. Huh. I'm going to do cocaine decor. We're getting into that flavor of things right here. Dippin' Dots wall. There we go. Ooh. I mean, look at this. It's possibly getting into the... I don't know if it's overcast or what, but when there's no direct sun on it, this feels so nice and cozy. I like the lighting at this shot. If the sun was directly overhead, it'd be a little harsh. Reflective surfaces are a bit much, honestly. Although, honestly, I think part of that also tries to sell an illusion of how big this place is, you know? At least you know where the bar is. Yep. Okay, so this is that room. The Dippin' Dots are to our left. Oh, they got their wines? Okay. I'm curious about the ownership of this place. A bit of a melange of styles. A hodgepodge of styles. Saga Frontier 2 music? Yep. My fave. My fave. Ooh, yeah. Got some ska cookery? Look at that. Pick it up, put it back down. Pick it up, pick it up. Actually, wait. Use your oven mitts here picking that up. Oh. Intriguing. Huh. Skookery. I'm still Yeah, Fairbrand. I am super waiting on them to announce that. But it's like, what is it? They said they were going to remaster more of them. And it's like they said, we just remastered the first one. We're going to see how interest is. And then if folks are interested, we'll move on to later titles. And then they said, like Saga, what is it? They actually hinted at possibly doing Unlimited Saga. And I was just like, no. You're just going to blunt your entire momentum. Don't do that. Gonna remaster the shittiest one and be like, well, nobody wanted to buy anymore. It wasn't even that. They saw Saga Frontier 1 made the big bucks and they announced it. Yeah, it's like, that's right. They did say they were doing 2. Wasn't there somebody who hinted at doing like a remaster of Panzer Dragoon Saga? Like, I know Panzer Dragoon 1 got the remaster, and there was a group that was supposedly working on 2. But wasn't there some announcement about somebody doing something with Saga around then? It feels like that just withered on the vine. Man. They remastered Romancing Saga 2 twice. Saga Frontier, I really want to see how that looks properly, re-released, like the backgrounds, the characters, the hand-drawn stuff. That looks really great to me. I want to see it decrunched. Have to be a full-on remake. All the source stuff is long lost. Yeah, definitely. That was still in a period where holding on to source code was not cool. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dragoon 1 was a remake. Oh. Ooh, what? I don't think it's black mold. That's just like some weird damage, right? Huh. That's weird. Actually, wait, maybe they ripped down something that was adhered here? Maybe? Oh, that is carpeted too. Huh. Let me do a couple things here. Carpeted. I'm gonna do visible damage, but I'm thinking they probably ripped down something that was above there. Oh, there is a little bit of a goblin situation down there. Sure, I'll do it. We're game 3. I'll lean into a goblin door there. Wow, such a petite little fella. Oops. Oh, accidentally did a double press. Huh. All right. Wow, that's peculiar. You get. Oh, that's a drain. Okay, this is a central drain. I thought there was a step in there. It's not. Okay. Huh. Ah, yes, AstroTurf. Lovely. Okay. Interesting. I don't like tables that attempt to camouflage into the ground. Bit of a tripping problem. More Dippin' Dots. All right. Oh, that's interesting. A bit of a lively tile. Huh. Did an overhead IR heater like you were... And an overhead IR heater like you were a rotisserie chicken. There's probably a combination here that's a loss. It's panel 4 for sure. Ooh, what the... A little busy? More busy? Oh, back outside? This is the general thoroughfare, I see. Let me mark off... Oh, we've already done Ow My Eyes. Okay. Huh. So this is... measurements calculated by technology. They aren't guaranteed, but are mostly reliable. I'm sorry. Measured by technology. But technology may have failed us yet again. Okay. I, too, do all my measurements by technology. Huh. Well. Turtle Creek, Dallas, 3.75 million. 22 floors in the sky. All right. Sell it. Wait, another name drop? Oh my god. Designed by Howard Meyer and this penthouse by celebrated firm Lloyd Paxton. Huh. I'm used to seeing Lloyd with 2 L's. Lloyd is already a name that makes me think Pinky's Up, but 1 L? Huh. Interesting. Not that interesting, but still. Huh. 3525 Turtle Creek. Of course it has a website. Any place in the 7-figure range? Of course. Is this cocaine decor? Yeah, pretty sure we marked that off already. Let me see here. So... JA22 is here? Yeah. We've already marked it off. Sold 2020, selling again. Alright. Well, let me see here. Let me actually check. We've got an hour and 10-ish minutes. How much do I need before leading in to the final houses? How many pictures are you? Okay, so you're 20, 20, 30, 20. Okay, let me do like one more, and then we can lead into that final block, because I've got a bunch of them in a lineup that are kind of small-ish. Not you. Actually, maybe you. How many photos are you? 36? Sure. Bip. Bip. All right. Let's do this one, and then this should give us possibly enough to go through the final block of houses. Ooh, boy. Well. We may have ourselves a bit of a long house? A long, skinny house? Okay. Ooh, look at that. about as wide as a bench. I think it juts out a tiny bit in what I'd like to call the ass end of the house. Not that much, though. Repurposed bus shelter. I was noticing there's some bus stuff right here, actually. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Well, here's the ass end. It does expand a tiny bit. All right. This is an outdoor... This is a yard that you just use for grilling, and that's it, pretty much. Bus stuff. Exactly. We're all adults here, you know, bus stuff. I like the fire escape. I really like this. Such an interesting thing to include on here, honestly. Huh. Our house in the middle of the street. Yep. Now, I wonder if the foundation's okay. Well, it's probably okay. Oh! Well, we got a Godzilla. We got AD Arc? Is this a front desk? Is this a former place of business? I do see something on the glass. I do see something on the glass. Huh. Oh, I see we have Home Depot orange on everything. Or burnt orange. Architecture firm? Uh-huh. I can kind of see it. I can see it. Okay. I mean, I guess it is arc. I was thinking architecture as in computers, but I guess, well, probably such an odd name for an architecture place. Just add arc. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm not an architect, whatever. Okay. Huh. That is a medicine cabinet, not a weird mirror, right? Yeah, Fairbrand, I was looking at this and my brain thought, I can smell this. I am a Geop? Am I? Oh, wow. Paper towel dispenser. Oh, I see it. Okay, I see it. Gosh, I can smell this. Oh, boy. Are those Amine? Are those Amine figures? Wow. I recognize these guys. I don't think I know any of the names, but I recognize them. Oh, this is right next to the company microwave. Duncan Architecture. It's interesting to see the Godzilla and these guys. These are specifically older. Like, I've seen these guys in references and clips, but I absolutely don't know any of them, you know? I'd just be like, hey, it's that fucking Robo! Huh. All right, so this is the extent of the property here. At least on the top floor, I guess? Yeah. Ground floor, there's also a basement? Huh. There's a proper kitchen here, it seems. All right. Oh, what? Huh? I mean, it is basically a canopy bed, yeah? Huh. Wow. Somebody's an overachiever on the canopy. What kind of room is this? Well, it's apparently the top floor. All right. Hot boxing room. Okay. Another street access. Although this is probably barred from entry. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I mostly took this away because of the skinny size, the tent bed, and also the robots. Wait, another one? Huh. Is this like an employee sleeping area they've got set aside? Why the tents, I wonder? Huh. The guest tent? Oh, pardon me. Huh. Nothing else? Oh, right, the basement. More office space. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Huh. As a kid, I remember having a tent that fit onto my bed. I mean, we had 2 instances of this here. It's strange. 272,000, St. Louis, Missouri. Let me see here. Huh. Historic mixed-use space. Former Stork Inn. Asterisk. Asterisk. Huh. Let me see here. It is going to be repurposed for sure. Huh. Let me see here. Repurpose. Yep. There it goes. There it goes. Curious. Mount Pleasant in the middle of in the middle of St. Louis. They got a mountain. Rent $800 for sale. $272. Okay. Makeshift nap pods. The beds are both right next to windows that look like they got a lot of light during the day. Ah, I see. That's where you go and sleep when you're not on your 12-hour shift in the architecture firm. Exciting. Still not very walkable? Really? Did you say Mount Pleasant? Yes. There's Mount Pleasant right here. Mount Pleasant. Right in the middle of the damn city. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was in Missouri right there. All right. So, first house. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Bit. Bit.
Sample image. Sample image.
We might have a render. So this is, I'm looking at this now, and this is making me think of something. Hang on. Can I? 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, this will work. Not a fence. It's making me think of, it's making me think of tiramisu. You got lady fingers. You got the cocoa dusting on top. Ooh. You know, I've never had tiramisu, but I'm looking at this and that's just where my brain snapped to them. Like, they make me think of lady fingers. Right? Wow. Tasteful, but not in the way you'd expect. You what? I what? Ooh. Interesting. So there's a spiral staircase out here? Well, let me mark this off. Eat tiramisu someday, maybe. Haven't gotten to it yet. Wow. Oh, boy. What am I looking at here? Huh. Okay, so this little bit of wood here is like on the left side. So there's still the width of the stairs to go up here. I mean, this, God, I'm looking at this and this just, I'm just like, they make me think of plywood stairs. These would be like, they'd be hollow and they'd shake under your weight. This doesn't look like it'd feel like quality. And it looks like a very, very light rose pink, I think. Maybe like a light beige. It's not quite wood. It's got a little bit of a hue of pink to it, I think. Unfinished? I think not real. I need to see what this is a render. I feel like we may be in a situation where the house isn't even here yet. The idea of the house has arrived, but I don't think we have a domicile at all. Oh boy, look at that. Huh. Dumb fucking square. I think it's like the last house on Friday, the last house that Takako was here for, the stairway had like a circle that was just like this. And it was like, the stairway was kind of the similar situation, and it was just so asinine. Yeah, because it was like a circle. It was about waist height, and part of the railing crisscrossed through it. Okay. Man, what on earth? Grover House window situation? Not quite. You couldn't tumble through it, you know? Oh. Huh? Is this a mirror or a window? That's a window. Okay. Huh. Okay. And also, okay, so this is the door where you come into it. Curious. The stairs are right in front of an exterior window from that angle. Is that what that is? Curious. Ooh. What the hell? Huh. Well, somebody is stretching the texture over here. That blurring is a little stark, I gotta say. This is what happens when you use a bad interpolation filter in Photoshop, you know? It just can't get these things quite right. Also, I really don't like the yellow pine energy I'm getting from this. Yellow or white pine. This all looks like softwood, you know? For sure this floor plan isn't AI generated. Nah, it's not AI generated. AI generated stuff has a particular feel to it in the housing stuff. Okay. I mean, for one thing, this is actually getting the number of wheels on an office chair correct. Huh. Okay. Huh. Are we gonna get a shot of the spiral stairs? I'd like to see that. Visit dollhouse model in person. Oh, they're calling it a dollhouse. Oh. Is this, do we have like an action? Do we have an action mode for the house that pops it open like this? How cute. I like the idea of a little cutesy model here. So this is the tangible thing they're trying to sell people on. They're like, look, we made a little wooden set. We also have a render. It's what it looks like. That would be my question. Does a side of the house physically open? That would be intriguing. Oh, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be here. Just add a house. That's it. Oh no. Oh yeah. Portland again. Wow. It's a Portland heavy evening. Blank house. Not blank house, but blank house. Interesting. I mean, that's kind of a funny notion for a place where a house doesn't exist. 2.6 million. Wow. I've already done, right, non-functional. It ate my spaces. That might have been a weird Twitch thing doing. Oh wait, ate your spaces. Oh, the space. Yeah, right. I got mixed up. This is right next to train tracks. Is it really? Oh, it is. I mean, you say it's next to train tracks. It could be right next to the industry of Portland, as they would try to sell it. Blank house. Blank house uses cross-laminated timber blank to create a vertical perimeter wall for a single-family residence. I mean, loosely referred to as a double quote candy. Architectural objects are hung from the CLT roof deck. Licorice beams, candy cane stairs, gumdrop conversation pits, and butterscotch saunas. Ribbon candy insulation. And a CLT wrapper. Huh. Why all the... What? Flat or crinkled? Which would you prefer? Okay, I've got to show y'all something here. This is extremely important. Hang on. This is extremely important. Okay. This is very cool. All right. So, we've got some GIFs. Looky. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Little cutouts. Okay. But what about... Ooh, yeah. That's some early 2000s animation. Look at this shit. Look at this. I swear, this extremely feels like an early 2000s web animation. Oh my god. Call for Papers, Volume 4. Stucco mutations? Huh? The fuck's a stucco mutation? Also, I kind of like how you can drag and drop this. That's impressive. Huh. Oh, right. There's that weird fucking stairway thing. What was the idea with this? Man. That is so peculiar. When was this conceived originally? Like, what is this? Don't know what stucco mutations are. Reading that in the Three Seashells chuckle voice. Oh, wait, there's the candy cane. That's a cat! Why is there a cat in this render? Huh? Is that a real cat? No, that's not a real cat. Man, this is all made of Lego? No way. God. What on earth is this? Cat is for actual scale. I see. This is just them. Okay. You know when you're creating a character inside of a game and you're at the overly involved character customization thing and you're just hitting randomize all? That's what this is making me think of. You hit it once, you get a dude who doesn't have an upper lip. You hit it again, you have Nigel Thornberry. Boy. Okay. Is there anything else on here? Work news. So, Mall is a creative design practice with focus on materiality, constructability, and conceptually driven ideas. Huh? Man, what the hell? Oh! We've seen this place. We've seen this fucking place. I remember the pictures. We absolutely saw this place. This is a place that's like made, the renders were all made out of like plywood like this. Yes. Wow. Finally, an old recurring character returns. Gotta say, still not really a fan, you know. Tim, you did good work on the photos, but the house, I don't know. All right. Are they still called spite houses? I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Well, maybe something a little different. A little bit. Whoop. Yes. And yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Huh. Exact opposite end of the tech spectrum? Possible. Maybe. Ooh. Nicely distressed flooring. I like this. It's like older lumber. Okay, okay. Wow. Look at all the moss overgrowth, too. Oof. Some parts of this are in dire need of a bit of a spray down, I would say. Love that this is a thing that humans did. Spite houses are an old term when people build tiny houses in areas that other people didn't want them to like allies to spite the people living next door. This feels British. I forget where this is. Jitty.com. Jitty. Huh. New housing site just dropped. This was a windmill. Now it's a different building. Oh, we still got something here. We still have a windmill. It's like right next door to the building here. We'll come back to the windmill. This is actually not the first image here. Sometimes you do it to block sunlight from someone's window. Oh. I see. The rich asshole spite. Okay, okay. So, kitchen's all right. Nice oven. Nice stove. I appreciate it. But I am curious. Is that a metal? Huh. All right. England? I actually forget where the heck this is. The address doesn't quite say it. Given the windmill, maybe the Netherlands? Ooh. The wooden joinery. Excellent, excellent. Okay, okay. Yeah, we're right near some, like, farmland and what seems to be a decommissioned windmill of sorts. Oh. 21? 21? Okay. Sounds toasty. Oh, skateboards? We got skateboards in the bottom left. Okay, okay. Looking good, looking good. Oh, I didn't realize we're in Game and George's house? Game and George? Holy. Well, let me see. That is a meme square for gamer. But also, there is a lil guy in the cage. Somebody got some creators in here. Boy. Game and George. I love this. Like, are they a streamer? Do you think this is a streamer? I just know a 2-view Twitch streamer has been broadcast from here. I wonder if it is a streamer setup. Just Gaming George is so funny to me. Is George the little guy? The little guy's over here. I'm thinking George is a teen, though. There seems to be almost like a motocross thing here. Best of luck? I don't know where they're... I don't know. The skateboard stuff isn't theirs, I don't think. Like, there does seem to be a board here. If it was a streamer, the mural would be behind them. That's the other thing, too, yeah. TV too high? Yeah, that'd really cause some neck problems, honestly. I did see the best of luck thing. I think we need more context for that, though, really. Huh. All right. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. Huh. Okay, interesting joinery. Ooh, but... the windmill, on the other hand. Ooh. Ooh. Are we gonna go in there? Yes! The photo I skipped. Somebody has some little... They can do their own little custom half pipe in here. Do some of their skateboarding. Gotta say, the floor doesn't look too banged up. Wow. I don't like the idea of doing it in here. Actually, it might be a little rough, actually. Huh. Parents that set them up like this, I bet this kid is insufferable. Gotta be, right? Game & George streams every weekday. Loves talking about his cool skateboard tricks. George is spoiled as shit. Go back to your fucking windmill, George. This is Church Lane, Dunmow. Huh. Interesting. £1.25 million. Wow. Hang on, where is Dunmow exactly? How do I zoom out? Zoom out. Northeast of London. Okay, okay. A good ways northeast, though, it seems. Essex, London. The king of games. I didn't know we were in the land of a gaming royal. Wow. Ownership unknown. Never seen that before, actually. This is wealthy people houses. I know nothing of the makeup of the folks who live around here, what sorts of homes they have, but I figured, actually, I guess this acreage in the back is not yours. It's specifically this area here. You know? Maybe to the tree line. About an hour outside of London. Curious. Huh. I mean, at least we got to see Game & George. Their setup. Great Dunmow? Oh. Love it when Wikipedia does commas in the URL. Hot links love commas. Church and Mill. It has its own wiki page? Really? Actually, is this the exact same place? There seems to be a long Church Lane. Let me see here. I don't think it's the same place. At least judging by the picture on Wikipedia versus this. Because this seems to be kind of on its own little road. And the Wikipedia page seems to be like at the center of some larger area. Probably used to be part of a farm, but was sold a bit of land back of the house. Yeah, this was probably originally part of this whole acreage out here. And now it's just kind of enclosed to just this. Okay. Let me see. So, 40 minutes. Maybe I should do one more filler house. Probably. Let me see. What's a good filler house? Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Let me double check something here. Let me see. Which are y'all? Fort Worth. That feels like Frank Lloyd Wright. Right, that one is here. Let me see here, folks. Let me grab one more filler house before I get to the final two. The final two aren't too many pictures, but there might be a good amount to discuss in them. You are actually an old one. I should remove you. Where's San Diego? Weren't you like the fourth one? 1876. There it is. Hang on. Close. What were you? Actually, you look interesting. Have we seen this guy? Yes, we have actually. That's Berkeley, California. Sometimes there's parts of my list that fall by the wayside, and I forget if I've looked at them and forgotten to remove them or not. I might be in the middle of one of those, actually. Oh, that's the one with the weird zebra. Oh. Actually, did I review this one? Actually, no. I don't think we've seen this one. Okay. Welp. we're going back to Joshua Tree, unfortunately. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. Should be. This is a Rancho Mirage. I'm pretty sure Rancho Mirage is the place we kept coming back to, right? Pretty sure it is. Let me see here. I should actually do a map view of this afterward to see if this is near some of those other weird ones, like the one that was shaped like a compass. All right. Well, we do have hoops, so let me see here. Which state? California. All right. So, zebra. What's going on here? You got your living room zebra? Huh. Okay. It's seen us. It's frozen. Yeah, let me do a call random. There we go. Huh. Must be the owners, I guess? Maybe. Oh. Curious. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, well, we've avoided giraffes at least. We got that going in our favor. Oh, let me crop this a bit. Yeah. And tighten this up just a hair. All right. Huh. Very intriguing. What's this? Huh. Can't quite make it out. Oh, a conversation pit. All right. Got bar. Conversation pit. Okay. Okay. And suddenly we got color. I like the green. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Is this somebody wearing like a bunny mask? Huh. I feel like I get a better look at that. Can I get a better look at that? No, no, we're done with it? Okay, fine. All right. I like the old ashtray right here. I'm trying to think of the last time I've actually seen one of these, actually. Like these lower pedestal ashtrays, rather. Huh. Oh. Peacocks again? Why? I know you're gonna... I know there's probably blinds, but why would you have a window here? Why is there Japanese singing? Skip it. Like, is this the entryway? No, it's just a big window. Huh. That's a wine ice bucket, is it? I mean, it could be. It could be for cigarettes as well, you know. It could be. Not quite a basin sink, though. Let me see. Oh! Hang on. I think we get a better shot of this. Don't worry about it. Kitchen? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yes! What are these dog paws doing up here? Huh. Alright. Alright. Let me do, vote. There it is. Half a haunts. There's a little more to a haunts than just two more of these, right? Two hoofuses. Alright. Sure, just a serving bar. Whatever. Kitchen. Yeah. Horse girl, salt and shaker pepper. I didn't think about it. Do you really think that's salt and pepper? It could be. It could be, and I hate that. Man. I actually really hate that. I thought it was just really dumb decorative, but now that you've put that out there, I'm just thinking it could very well be. You never know. Okay. Which one's which? I was thinking if it was real, they probably would have something to crack black pepper. Because somebody this bougie, They would not stand to have pre-ground pepper inside their pepper shaker. You know what I mean? Okay. Need to look at the holes on the top. Okay, just a little serving window. That's fine. Got your fake little furs over here. Your Fry Guy hides. Ooh. Green. Okay. Marijuana? Okay. I see the marijuana. Spelt slightly different. Huh. Okay. Can I get a better look at the marijuana poster? Oh. The decorative pillow. Actually, that's a shitload of pillows. Wow. Huh. All right. I mean, this is better than the guitar pick table situation, I suppose. Still a little blocked up. The smoking room? I don't know what sort of room that is. Okay. You're watching the Windmill Channel, bud? Wow. This part's about to get real good. Believe me, this is where it really picks up. It's a 40s anti-drug propaganda movie. I've seen it. It's hysterical. Really? Huh. Oh. Huh. Actually, really don't like that. I actually don't like how that looks like two little gross vertebrae. It's probably meant to be something else. I don't like that. All right. Weird. Actually, that's a very strange bathtub situation. It's got a curved taper that stops and just has a square cut straight to the bottom. Huh. All right. A little unusual. Easier to clean around, I guess. Sauna next to my fake cactus. Let me do end game. Start next game. There we go. Okay. Ooh, more rower stuff. The possibility of a Pilates. Okay. Huh? What happened? Is this one of them Twin Peaksy rooms? Or is this more of a The Shining situation? Huh. I mean, the wallpaper's interesting. I like it. It's a little over the top. A little too over the top. Huh. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the tiger-themed bedroom. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow. Arrgh. Okay. Woman. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Curious. This is the same room, it seems, I think? Does this room make you randy, baby? I should fix the Randy redeem at some point. The slightly more lawful, chaotic Randy. Ooh. Okay. Bit of an odd color choice. I'm not too crazy about this. This green and this yellow. Boy. And, I think we got a bunch of tarpets catching, so let me do a random redeem here. Huh. Colors work, but I don't like them. I think that's probably the best way to put it, honestly. More woman. Okay. Oh, you got the wallpaper on the door? No. No thanks. Curious. Okay. Oh. Okay, I kind of like that painting. I wasn't expecting a dog in the cone of shame, you know. And they've even got a little studio light tractor right on it. Man, this poor dog. All right. So you got your newspapers and stuff in here. Ooh. Interesting. I like the choice of wood here. That's nice. Protesting psycho. Huh? Interesting. What is... I'm sorry. What does that say, please? Oh. Oh. Well, that wasn't planned. That wasn't planned. Okay. I didn't know we had a fucking... This isn't a fucking room. It's just aggressively fucking themed, okay? There are guys doing horse races over here. I mean... Protesting psycho. Is this meant to be... This is meant to be a neon sign of the lady who got stabbed in Psycho, right? Like, is this a neon shot of a lady with a shower head or something? I'm trying to think of how this ties into the Let's Bone and the Deeper Please sign, you know? Boy. So that's a joke, I think. Okay. Fight. Golf clubs? Yeah. Okay. Fucking Barbie pictures again? Yeah, I'll do old world texture. Wow. Okay. Anything else? I didn't expect the spice in those later rooms. Oh boy. Expensive house. 5,750,000. Slightly different. Unapologetically bold. I'm not like other houses. Found in Kips Bay Designer Show House. Live boldly. Not quite live moss. Okay. So let me see here. Studio 54 inspired. Oh. I see. Okay, let's see. We got two more to go through. Let me go here. Yep. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Oh, what a treat. I love this. They photoshopped out the shadows. They're like, no, the sun is down. You would not have shadows over here. They're gone. It's small. I appreciate it. It's a little dumb. All right. Patio could use a little bit of a power washing. All right. Fire pit in the backyard. There's the house. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Is this a school, I guess? It looks like there's an opposite of school in, I suppose. Huh. All right. Welp. Let me scrungle down the image a little bit so you can see everything. Okay. Right inside the front door, we got stonework, fake stonework on the ceiling. all of the walls. I see we have a long sword over here. Also, I believe this is like a... This looks to be like a gladiator helmet, like the main character wore in Gladiator, but it's also got horns on it, I think. I can see the nose and the face stuff. Oh. Oh! Somebody was boning over here. I didn't realize. Who could this be? I wonder. We'll just have to knock next time. Swords on the walls, too? And, oh. Bit of an interesting blade up here, huh? Okay. Huh. Is this a man cave? Is this an actual man cave? It's a fake cave. Ooh, gamer? Gamer? Okay, hang on. Fine, pun, fine. Also gamer, call random. Whoops. Yes, call random. And base, and a gargoyle right over there. Oh, look at this skeleton up here. Hang in there, bud. Okay, actually, I don't think we can see this, but there is a plaque over here. I kind of want to see if we can... No, that's way too crunched. I was hoping I could suss something out from that plaque. Yes! That's a katana! Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. We got pay dirt, y'all. Oh. Interesting. What a gamer spread. Look at that. Venture Bros DVD set. Was there really? Oh boy. Yeah, this is is this one of those NES Mini, or no, that's a NES Mini, right? I've never actually seen the Mini one in person though, actually. That's a Lego NES. Oh. Okay. Because I was thinking in my head, I haven't seen a NES in person in forever, and I was like, what was the scale like on that? Okay. NES and TV are a set. Oh, this over here? Oh. Okay. About 75% of the size. Okay. Why the stalactites? I know it's probably to sell the image, but it really throws things off. There's also what looks like they have bits and pieces of fake fungi sprinkled around here. Oh. The kitchen leans into it. The microwave skull. Okay. Huh. Okay. Ooh. Wait. What we got over here? Okay. I see this over here. This is not sex stuff. This is like a rack that looks like they haven't actually used it, really. This stuff scuffs so goddamn easily. Yeah, because for a second I was like, wait a minute, is that sex stuff? Oh no, it's a rack. Okay. Wow. Interesting ceiling. I'm going to go with ankle breaker because this transition really caught me off guard. Bride of Frankenstein. That's what it was. I was trying to think about what that was called. I was like, that isn't Mrs. Frankenstein. What is it? I'm sorry. I just noticed. Who's this supposed to be? Just an unsettling doll. There's also a dress form over there. That's enough for mannequin. Also, that's a skeletal cat, I think, down there. Let me do call random. That's good enough. Okay. That's why the weights haven't been used. Little guy spotted. You know what? It's game 4. Actually, dang. Little guy spotted's already been called. If it hadn't, I would have called it. All right. Gotta say, This purple coloration is intriguing. God, there's a lot of fucking skulls, actually. Huh. Cryptid? Oh, was there a cryptid I missed? Where do you see a cryptid? Here, Brent. Grandfather clock here too. Oh, oh, little skeletal lady with a dish of treats. Excellent. So this here is their studio, back study. Yeah. Bloodlands? Isn't that a tabletop? Isn't that a tabletop of some sort? Huh. They do love... I'm going to do tchotchkes. They are deep into the Bone Boy sauce, you know? A novel. That's definitely tchotchkes. Okay. Huh. Another transition with a bit of a step down. This must have been... Oh. It's important to stay on top of managing climbers and stuff, okay? I like the hands popping out of the wall. Huh. Right next to the thermostat as well. Okay. Huh. It's got to be lovely for dust, you know? Ooh. Huh. Okay. I'm sorry, is that a skull soap? We got skull soap? Huh. Okay. Also, let me mark something off. Scope. What do you think it smells like? It's pink. It's gonna probably just be like rose water or something, right? Is that a head on the toilet? Yes. That's what it means when it says you're going to visit the head to go to the restroom, you know? Every restroom needs one of these. Ooh, ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, boy. We got Rick and Morts in here, I think. We got Rick and Morts. Oh, no. I mean, if I may try to salvage something from this, the CD ceiling is... The CD ceiling is interesting.
Mortons.
Yeah, even Baby Yoda is like, no. I like the CD ceiling. It's reflective. Yeah, I suppose. Is that Glupshido? If you gave me a lineup, I could not point to who Glupshido is, honestly. Hang on. Reflective ceiling. I'll do that for this. At least 5K. His name... Glupshido is a fake name. Okay, okay. Well, there's also a fandom page for Glupshido. What? I'm getting conflicted information on Google. Can you believe it? Okay. Well, let's see here. Yeah, Rick and Morty. Yep. Okay. Oh, the floor. The floor looks like it's just old circuit boards with like a resin on top of them, yeah? Look at them. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of like what they did with the CDs up top. They've got some sort of resin or material on top of it. Like the shelving. Wow. Does the mask stay on or off? Okay. Okay. Not a fan myself, you know. Well. Is that a Sith mask? I think it is. Boy. Bathroom. Well, we do have a basin sink, I see. You've got mirrors down here. Actually, this looks like they've got maybe a bit of a weird medicine cabinet or no, cupboard here. I'm pretty sure I've already told y'all about that person whose house I was at that had the mirror in front of the toilet. What a weird girl. I hope she's doing good, but still. Basin. Yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah. I've already gone through most of my lore. I'm out at this point. I don't want to meet this goblin. I don't want to meet the opposite, the turlet goblin. Oh God! Oh no! It's What does it lead to? It doesn't lead to this. More katanas? Well, that's Monarch, right?
Man, I don't like this place.
All right. Huh. Is this just the playroom? I mean, I need to know what this is. Okay. What the hell? Huh. But what's this? What's this? Loki, that's who it is. Thank you. I could not place what that was. God. Okay. They have some taste. Given all of the pop culture things in there, I think it's more so it's kind of like ties in the whole thing of shooting at everything that moves, you know? About 255,000. Lynn Haven. If your name is Lynn, you'll be safe in Lynn Haven, Florida. Step right up the home of your dreams or your coolest nightmares. Huh. Circuit board flooring of the sci-fi room, to the faux stone and wood trim, your very own medieval fantasy style tavern, and much, much more. I see. Okay. Unamus. Ahem. So, let me do a... Okay, we've already done repurposed home, actually. Ooh, boy. Well, we have something here. I wonder what this is. Does that say escape room? It might. Wonderland on Broadway, escapejimthorpe.com. You're not escaping jimthorpe.com. This is an escape room, probably associated with Jim Thorpe. Do not use that QR code. Okay. Well, why do we need to escape Jim Thorpe? You don't want to live to find out the answer to that question. Ooh. Okay, we've got Alice in Wonderland or ska flooring. Excellent. Actually, no. I think that's just anti-slip stuff here. Okay. Nope, that's ska right there. Painted plywood. What a treat. Oh, the little girl just could not sleep because her thoughts were way too deep and her mind had gone out for a stroll and fallen down a rabbit hole. I mean, that's kind of like a doorway right there, right? Not really a rabbit hole. Oh. Why did we go straight to a bathroom? Is that the first room we had to escape from? Huh. Okay. Oh, is this another bathroom? We're starting with the escape bathrooms? Okay. Well, I mean, if you need to go and you're trapped in here a long time, at least you got that handled. Normal bathroom for the lame guests. Huh. Okay. Is this the aspect ratio we're sticking with? Are we stuck here? We might be. Okay. The fuck? Is that... Wait, no, the front door is probably to our left or something, right? That's not the front door over there, I don't think. Okay, I've already done barn doors. Huh. Broadway? What are the broads doing over here? Interesting. So you're the weird neighbor, of course. Can we see more of the weird fucked up stuff in this house? Oh, yeah! Excellent. Excellent. Top marks. Okay, we've already done little guy. I appreciate a good cat. I mean, the cat's doing all right in the escape room. The fuck is this? What is going on here? Huh. Bruh. Okay. Okay. What else do we have here? This is the front door. Okay. So that was actually covered, I think, previously. Now it's exposed. I think I raised the volume a little too much here. Okay. The queen. Okay. Deku tree looking a little thin. Huh. Yeah. This guy looks like he'd be voiced by Ozzy Osbourne. He just looks like it. God. Oh, he got somebody in costume as Alice. Okay. Got some proportion issues here, I think. Actually, maybe this is when she was in the middle of, like, growing or something and it did weird stuff. I don't know. JoJo ass pose. What is happening here? We're escaping. That's what we're doing. Oh my god, really? I appreciate how some of these are clearly modeled after Disney's representation, and some of them are not, I think. Some of them are kind of like the there was a Johnny Depp one, right? Where he was the Mad Hatter. This is absolutely the Disney one. Whoa, what's going on with the Cheshire Cat here? Huh? Okay. Have I already done Old World Tech? I think I have. I have. Oh, Wonderland is waiting for Ooh. Both were Disney. You know what I'm talking about. Wonderland's waiting for Ooh. Do you have what it takes? Is this supposed to be Wabbit? Okay. Huh. $4.39. Huh. Built in 1890? Business opportunity plus real estate. Yeah, I should have gone with the American McGee representation, I feel. Jim Thorpe attracts thousands of visitors every year. Does he? Does he really? Oh, this is in Jim Thorpe. Oh. Okay. Okay. Jim Thorpe is a tourist trap town. Okay, I thought there was like specifically a dude that it was specifically referring to, not a place named after a Jim Thorpe. Huh. Okay. Okay. Being Jim Thorpe. Well, now you look silly. Only now. Wow. The facade has finally slipped through. Oh no. Oh no. All right. I think that does it? Question mark? I think that does it. Yes. So next Sunday we'll have Big Nose Bug on here. Okay. Friday? We might look at that fucked up furniture website on Friday. I haven't figured out anything for this Saturday. I need to figure out the Ride to Hell Retribution stuff after that, though. Okay. That'll do it. But thank you for coming, folks. Let me see. Is there somebody I haven't rated in the past or recently? I'm perceiving the list. One moment. One moment. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you for coming. Barry's been going for a bit. She's probably going to wrap up for too much longer. Okay. Okay. Let me see. How long has Sebmal been going for? Haven't caught them in a bit. Okay, they might be going for a while, I think. Yeah, let's raid into Sebmal. All right. Thank you for coming, though, folks. I'll see you later in the week. And till next time, good luck escaping the escape room. I don't have a joke. I don't know. Anyway, have a good week. All right? Adios, goodbye, etc., etc. Goodbye!